I'm the best ever. I'm Sonny Liston, I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me.
Yo, bounce guy, go off.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize for absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
Wilder's in a world of trouble, closing seconds. Can he weather the storm here in the third round?
And of all the superlative.
Big right hook, lands flush for Camboso, and that knockdown. Teofimo Lopez. We have ourselves a fight.
Khabib Nurmagomedov gets a triangle choke from up top. Gaethje's out, and the fight is over. The triangle choke for Khabib Nurmagomedov.
And Porter gets knocked down. He gets knocked down again. 10th round TKO win. Left uppercut, and then knocks out Leo. It appears he's out cold. The fight is over. It was a counter left uppercut, and just like that, what a left uppercut. I did not see that coming, ladies and gentlemen. I will have to admit, what a fight.
Nice celebration or a 3K video. I don't know, man. To hit 3,000 subscribers in like
Right hook to the body for Campbell. Left hook to the body for Garcia. And that knocked down Campbell. It was a left hook to the body. Campbell on the ground. The count is on. Can he make his way up? It appears he can't get up. Campbell on the ground. Trying to stand up. And the fight is over. Ryan Garcia with a 7th round knockdown. What a performance. Guys, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, we're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers. Do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up. We're trying to do record numbers today. Ryan Garcia tearing up and crying. What a performance for Ryan Garcia. Check, 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 check. I hope everything is working just fine. Welcome to the stream. Everyone, UFC 281. Please let me know if the mic and everything sounds normal. I was having a couple of technical difficulties, so that's why we started just a tad bit late. But we're here now, and I'm excited, guys. I'm already 2 for 2 on the card. I said Moicano would win. I said Ryan Spann would win. And you saw what happened, but let me quickly catch up with the chat. Let me make sure everything is working good. Let's see who was the first one here. Drum roll. Snipey says, sup gang, the first one. Then Beta in the building. What's up, Beta? The DC Fight Club member. Steve Williams as well says, let's go. I know it's early, just wanted to tap in. MillerDC, my guy, Steve Williams. Always showing love. Hope all is well with you, bro. Thank you for being here so early. All you guys chilling, man. About to drink a cold one. Listen to the best in the commentary business. That's what I like to hear, Beta. Man, I got some beer upstairs. Maybe I'll bring down a little Stella beer or a Corona. I don't know. I got either one. So LP's in the building. What's up, LP? Who watched that McConnell interview on TV instead of streamed? Have no idea what was going on in that interview. Says Beta. I saw that Spann knockout though, Beta. Wow. It's crazy. If you're Dominic Reyes, right, when you potentially almost beat John Jones, one of the greatest of all time, you and now to lose and be in the skid that he's on now is just absolutely insane. Who was the other guy that was it Jan Blachowicz? I'm pretty sure it was Jan Blachowicz that completely dominated him, that made him look really bad. Let me double check. Yes, it was Jan Blachowicz. It was a KO in round number 2 to then lose to Jiri Prochazka by KO, spinning back elbow, and now to Ryan Spann after almost beating John Jones. Wow. That must hurt if you're Dominic Reyes. I'm just making sure everything sounds good. Let me know, guys, if I'm okay. I'm trying to double check. I have an iPad here just in case. But guys, hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. #1 commentary channel on YouTube. You already know this. Let's try to be as clever as quickly as possible And accept maybe. Give me 1 second. Making sure everything here is working good. Let me see. Yeah, okay. It sounds normal. Borracho in the building. What's up, Borracho? Live with 999. Haven't seen you in a while. What's good, bro? Best fight interview by Moicano says plugs. Where's the greatest commentary YouTube at? I took a while, right? I apologize, man. I apologize. I'm catching up. I'm late on all these messages. I'm trying to... Dustin Poirier versus Chandler is going to be fighting tonight. I don't see how it's not. Listen, I hope this is better than UFC 280. As far as on paper, UFC 280 was the best card of the year, in my opinion. As far as on paper, it didn't really live up to the hype as far as entertainment value. Let's see what we get tonight. This could potentially outdo it. And maybe that Carla Esparza, the way she fights, I don't know if it leads to a boring fight between her and Zhang Weili. So we shall see. If Mama had nuts, would call her Papa. I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was laughing because speaking of you guys remember those Dos Equis commercials where the guy has the craziest one-liners? One of the funniest ones I think I've heard, which was recently, was you know the infamous music, and then he goes, speaking of the most interesting man in the world, the narrator goes, he wouldn't be afraid to show his feminine side if he had one. And I was just freaking crying, bro. Like, those commercials are just are missed a lot. After they added the new guy, it wasn't the same. Cole in the building. What's up, Cole? Spanish a killer, Snipey. Absolutely agree. Eclipse 330 says, what's the deal, Miller? Good to see you still out here in these YouTube streets. Salute, brother. I'm not going nowhere till I run the block, Eclipse. What's good, bro? Giovanni Martinez says, looking good, bro. Nice studio setup. Thank you so much, Giovanni. How are you doing today? Hope all is well. Tomorrow makes it 11 months as a member. One more month and I get to be the email champ. Let's go. I'm going to call you Devin Haney out here, beta. Camera image looking sharp too. Thank you so much, Giovanni. Bro, that jab mummified him. That jab was some insane. And he landed it like that overhand right partially as Reyes went down. It was crazy. I got home like, man, I've been out all day. I was fishing with the wife and the daughter. It was just a family day all day. I finally get home now, and I caught a couple of the fights. That Span fight was insane, bro. Vogue versus Islam is confirmed for 284. I saw Plug say that in Discord. Thank you for bringing it up as well. Laughing in 999. John Carson in the building, man. So my predictions are Poirier, Esparza, and Adesanya. I'll give you guys my quick predictions, and then we'll see how the night goes. But my predictions are Dan Hooker. It was Moicano and Span. I'm 2 for 2, so I'm gonna be wrong eventually. But my predictions are Dan Hooker, Frankie Edgar, and then I'm going with a crazy underdog. I think Frankie Edgar in a 3-round fight could potentially get it done. Anyways, Dan Hooker, Frankie Edgar. We could talk about each single fight as well too. Dustin Poirier, Zhang Weili, and Israel Adesanya, even though I don't feel confident. Listen, I don't feel confident about the Poirier-Chandler fight. I don't know if Poirier looks as focused as he has been. He's selling all that hot sauce. And then Israel Adesanya, if he gets touched, I'm going to be a little scared. Hito in the building. Member for 3 months says, yo. What's good, bro? Welcome to the stream, my guy. Thank you for always showing love and being here, bro. Frankie loses. He probably does. I don't feel good about that one. When is the fight? Well, the main card just started. You think Dominic Reyes' career is over? I mean, 4 fights lost in a row, and not only that, he just looks small for the division, man. I don't know if it's me, but he looks a bit small for the division, and he's getting knocked out. Jiri Prohaska, Jan Blachowicz, who am I missing? Ryan Spann now, and who was it? And no, it was 3 knockouts. Then a unanimous decision by John Jones. So listen, is his career over? He's been losing, badly just recently. So I don't know. I think so. I think it might be time to hang it up. You ever forget your password for a website? It's just one of the worst feelings in the world. I forget my password. What is it? And we have Yes, Hito becoming a member. Let's get it. I don't know why the notification came up so late on the stream compared to your password was changed 4 months ago. Damn, what was my password? I'm gonna have to do a forgot your password thing. Get a verification code, yes. Because I was gonna try to see if I could accept some live callers, and if you guys, but in order to do that, I gotta put in my password, which I don't remember. 117263. Can you believe me going out with the wife to catch fish? Guess who actually catches a fish? The wife. Oh, what is going on right now? Now I need to go into my other email. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. In the meantime, let me know your guys' predictions for tonight's fights, and then we'll see if you guys were right. We haven't done a giveaway in a while. That's another thing that we need to do. Come on. Can I just log in? All right. Create password. Yes. Try again. Try again with a password you haven't used before. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? All right. Cool. All right, that's working just fine. Dan Hooker making his way to the octagon. So after this, then I'll make sure that I try to accept a few live callers before we get down to it. Then the $10 by Hito 609. Dustin loses. Listen, I don't feel good about certain predictions, Hito. I'm a bit worried, man. I'm not gonna lie. The $20 from Steve Williams, always showing love. He says, Miller, I hope you don't bet with your emotions like I do. Listen, I love how blunt you are. You say, anyways, all love to your Philadelphia Eagles, still undefeated. They crushed my Steelers, so I'm paying up on. That's right, we did bet. Now on to MMA. Let's go. Thank you for paying up on your bet. Honestly, what was I gonna say? You've donated so much that I was never gonna bring it up, Steve Williams. And listen, a big argument against the Eagles are that they haven't fought anyone of they haven't played against anybody of significance, a good team. So Jalen Hurts, even I forget the quote that he said, but he said he's been 8-0 before and lost, so he's not, he's not saying that they're gonna win it all either. He's basically saying that, like, look, we haven't proven anything yet. So I gotta agree with him, but thank you for the 20, Steve Williams. I appreciate it a ton. Thank you, Hito. Thank you, Steve Williams, for the donations and for becoming a member today as well, Hito. I appreciate you, man. You guys know you guys don't have to do that, but I appreciate it. Steve's a go. He's always showing love, man. Every single stream. And a 3-round fight against Chandler is a nightmare. Yes, he's gonna use all his stamina and all the weight. It's like a limitless K9. I think with Chandler, if he's going to beat Poirier, he's going to have to wrestle. If it's just striking, I don't think he could beat Poirier. But the problem with Chandler is that, and not a problem, it's a blessing and a curse where he wants to be the UFC's favorite employee. Nothing wrong with that. That's why I think he kind of strayed away from his wrestling and kind of just trying to strike with fighters. But if he does that against Poirier the same way he did with Gaethje, he's going to lose. If he uses his wrestling, if he tries to win the fight, I think he could potentially do so. And I'm a little bit worried about Poirier, the mindset that he's in, the long layoff after his last fight. That worries me a little bit. We'll see what happens. But that's why, even though I think Poirier is the better fighter as far as striking and can keep it off the ground, if Chandler comes out explosively and gets a takedown, I'm going to be a little bit worried. So we shall see. Dan Hooker versus Claudio is about to go down, guys. So give me 1 second. I'm just making sure everything works, guys. I've had problems before and I'm trying to stray away from that. My computer has been slow lately too. I don't know what's going on. Guys, hit the thumbs up if you haven't already, guys. Helps the channel out immensely. Gets a takedown. Let's see. Share this on Twitter real quick. Share this on Facebook real quick. On your story. And I think we're all good to go. Cool, cool. I apologize, guys, for the delay. It usually doesn't happen, but lately we've been having a little bit of technical difficulties. Dan Hooker will be up shortly, guys. It's about to be underway. Then after that, we'll get the ball rolling. Here we go. Round number 1 of a Schedule 3. Puelles versus Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker, the number 12th ranked fighter, versus Claudio Puelles. Both fighters in the center of the octagon as we speak. Puelles wearing red. Dan Hooker wearing black. And here we go. Lightweight bout. By the way, guys, me and Bait have been having some of the best Twitch streams known to man lately, guys. Covering some interesting fights. Some maybe even some conspiracies on there as well, too. We were covering Aaron Pryor versus Alexis Arguello, legendary fight, one of the best fights in history, and we watched recently on Twitch, and we're gonna keep watching fights every Thursday. So make sure you guys follow over there and hang out every Thursday. Mondays here we do we do a live stream, a live show, and then we do the live commentaries on the weekends for the big fights. We're gonna keep the content rolling, guys. So thank you guys for the support. Here we go, round number 1 of a Schedule 3, and here we go. Dan Hooker staying on the outside, being very patient, fighting out of the orthodox stance. Claudio fighting out of the southpaw stance. 1-1-2 thrown by Dan Hooker, trying to measure the distance. Front kick to the body lands partially for Dan Hooker. Here we go. Keeps throwing that inside leg kick. Claudio doing a good job of checking it. Now backing away and evading one. Round number 1. Dan Hooker walking forward. Keeps throwing that front kick. Claudio Puelles keeps circling to his right. Going for a takedown now. Trying to go for a leg lock. Used an Emanari roll and still going and attacking the leg. Now maybe going for the back here is Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker still on top, defending, trying to clear the knee. Maybe going for a knee bar here is Dan Hooker, but Dan Hooker maybe attacking the back here. Dan Hooker being patient. Being very patient. Claudio maybe using this sweep to try to get on top, or this leg attack to get on top. Still trying to attack the leg. Dan Hooker trying to hold on to the body lock, but Claudio still attacking this leg viciously. Now Dan Hooker's in trouble, trying to defend a heel hook. Has to be very careful here. Trying to fight the hands. That leg is very extended here. Has to be careful. Right hook to the head lands for Dan Hooker. Claudio maybe letting it go here. Still past the knee line. This is where Dan Hooker has to be careful. Claudio Puelles trying to dig under the heel. Claudio maybe trying to extend that leg, but not having a successful attempt at doing so. Dan Hooker maybe going for an underhook on the left side. Maybe trying to pass the guard. Claudio not giving up on this leg lock. The crowd chanting as they can maybe sense some kind of submission. And Claudio lets it go. Dan Hooker ends up on top in the open guard of Claudio Puelles. And Dan Hooker stands up. Dan Hooker stands him up. Here we go. Under a minute left here in the first round. Another Emanari roll attempt. This time he doesn't get it. Trying to pull guard. Stands back up. Dan Hooker walking forward. 40 seconds left on the clock. Puelles was looking for that leg lock. Wasn't successful. Let's see if he's willing to strike with Dan Hooker, the number 12th ranked fighter in the lightweight division. Puelles fighting out of the southpaw stance. Straight right hand down the middle lands for Dan Hooker. Claudio being patient. Circling to his right. 13 seconds left on the clock. A lot of time left on the fight. We have 2 more rounds after this. Trying to attempt a Eminari roll again is Puelles, but round number 2 is over, guys. Eventful first round, and it's definitely not round 8, so we're about to fix a couple things. Round number 1 is over. Round number 2 will be underway shortly between Puelles and Dan Hooker. In the meantime, guys, let's do a quick poll and then let's ask a couple questions. But let's start with this one. Who wins? Here we go. Who wins? And the options are gonna be Dustin Poirier or Michael Chandler. We'll leave that poll up for a while. We'd love to see you guys vote on that. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. #1 commentary channel on YouTube. Round number 2 will be underway shortly, guys. Let me know where you're from. Let me know how you're doing today. Let's catch up with the chat. Hito agrees with Lavithan 999. Digital says, what's the youngest age you think a kid should start jiu-jitsu? I mean, you could probably start like around 4 years old. I would say aesthetic. Or ascetic, I'm sorry. Agreed, if Chandler were to wrestle more in his fights, he would win a lot more. Example, the Justin Gaethje fight. He should have mixed it in a little bit, Carson, and he would have won that fight. Round number 2 is underway. I didn't get to see the Ottoman knockout, Hito. Was it insane? I got Carla. I don't think she's facing... Wow. I'm having trouble reading this. Like Zhang, but I have seen this before with Nunes versus Pena, so I'm iffy, says Laughton. Hooker needs a win to be a contender. Yes, he needs a win badly. I would like to see him be a little bit more aggressive, but because of those leg lock attempts, he's being very hesitant to kind of like apply some pressure. But he has nice straight right hand down the middle for Dan Hooker. Chasing down Claudio Puelles, another right hand by Hooker. And he evades the takedown attempt. Dan Hooker walking forward. Going for a takedown again. Is Puelles. Little blood maybe trickling down his nose now. It's sad to see how Riddell, Reyes, and Molly haven't evolved. Listen, Reyes, again. Fall John Jones, we're like, okay, this guy might be the next big thing. He's proven us wrong. I like Hooker. I hope he can get back on track. Me too, Snipey. I like Hooker a lot. Dan being composed. He's not overextending himself. He's being very composed. Left hook lands for Dan Hooker. Takedown attempt. And Claudio has the leg elevated on a single leg. Threatening with a guillotine is Dan Hooker. Lets it go. And I wonder what he learned against the Islam fight. Claudio believes he got eye poked. The referee stands him up. Inside leg kick lands for Dan Hooker. Another takedown attempt. This reminds me of the fight. What was the guy's name? The light heavyweight that kept going for a takedown and not getting it. We covered it. I think it was UFC 279. I can't remember. Someone could remind me. Was it against Krylov? I can't remember his name. He looks like the Aquaman guy that kept going for takedowns and didn't get it. And he relied on his jiu-jitsu. Please, someone remind me. I'll send you a $5 cash app. This guy's schooling butt in the ring. This guy thinks it's a jiu-jitsu competition right now, Hito. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock. Steve Williams says, what did Aaron Pryor have in his water bottle? Listen, we covered that fight Thursday. It was crazy watching it with Beta. We're going to maybe finish it tomorrow. Actually, we're planning on it. So crazy, man. They interviewed Luis Nesto that was talking about the whole water bottle thing. And supposedly it was like a asthma. What is it called? Something that has to do with like asthma pills, but they would crush it up and put it in the water bottle, so then you would get like that kind of second wind. Crazy. Some additives and preservatives. I love conspiracy was a spike. That's cool. You go over vintage fights. By the way, where's your timer? I'll make sure I add that soon. Sorry, I gotta add that shortly. I will, Steve Williams. Dan Hooker on top, sprawling while Claudio was going for a takedown. Right hooks to the body, landing for Dan Hooker out of this position. And Dan Hooker breaks away, and he smiles. Claudio trying to sell out for that takedown. Left hook thrown by Claudio, just misses. Right front kick to the body, lands for Dan Hooker. Beautiful right kick to the body, landed for Hooker. Claudio looks a bit hurt here. Dan Hooker and he can't really stand up. He's really tired. Puelles getting back to his feet. Dan Hooker keeps walking forward. Dan Hooker being patient. Claudio Puelles trying to like pull guard basically. Dan Hooker not letting him have it. A minute left on the clock. Right front kick to the body again. And that's it. The ref stops it. A body kick TKO for Dan Hooker. And Claudio couldn't take another one. Couldn't get back to his feet. The ref stops it. Knockout for Dan Hooker. And that was badly needed. I'll make sure I put the timer for the next fight. Steve, thank you for bringing it up. Had a little technical difficulties earlier, but I think we're good on everything. How do you feel about that fight, Steve Williams? The whole Aaron Pryor versus Arguello. Please give me your thoughts. You think he was cheating, or you think he wasn't? Maybe even unknowingly too. Maybe his coach was doing that without his awareness, even though like Nesto argued against that. Yo, Ryan Zombies, welcome to the stream. 1-0 Claudio, but he loses by TKO in the second round. Those right kicks to the body just devastated him. I think Dustin's pressure will be too much for Chandler. I think Dustin Poirier is too big for Chandler, and his pressure will be enough. Does the winner of Chandler versus Poirier get a title shot? I think they confirmed Islam Makhachev versus Volkanovski, where I thought they were going to hold off on that. Beneil should get the title shot, no question. Like, on who deserves it the most is Beneil. The longest win streak, right, in the division. Nothing like drinking some water, man. My computer's going crazy right now. All right. I don't know what's going on. All right, but we're good. Let's see. This dude is like the Ryan Hall with these rolls. Yes, but there was another guy. I don't remember his name. We just watched this. According to a cornerman, it was crushed up asthma medication. That's what it was, Beta. Panama Lewis was a dirty trainer. You have a Twitch account, Steve. Fiziev versus Green should be a fight we cover whenever Fiziev fights again. Yeah, let's do that. Beta, I'm going to add that to the list right now. Me and Beta are going ham on Twitch, bro. Like, it's like a Green versus Fiziev. Look at the fights we have. Hold on, let me close this first. I don't want to show the stream. Look at the fights that we have coming up to watch. De La Hoya versus Mayweather, Hagler Hearns, Lewis Holyfield, Deji versus Fauzi because Risky requested it. Ward versus Gotti, Bradley versus Pacquiao, Ward versus Kovalev. I don't know why I just put Kova. Green versus Fiziev. If you guys want to suggest any fights that you want to watch over on Twitch, you guys let us know. Hooker needed that badly, Steve Williams. Embarrassing. Yeah, Puelles. That's the problem with fighters like Ryan Hall, when they try to rely too much on the takedown or the jiu-jitsu. And if you're not a great wrestler, like nowadays in the UFC, you can't just be great at jiu-jitsu. You could kind of be great at just wrestling and win, kind of be great at just striking and win. You can't be great at just jiu-jitsu and win at the highest level. It's just really hard. The UFC did Hooker a favor by giving him that fight, Snipey Home. What's up, Snipey? How's everything, bro? Someone fill us in on the Megan Anderson drama. The heck? Why did the ref call it? That seemed odd. Because he kept falling to his back. What's up, Boracho? Welcome to the stream. He kept falling to his back and like being slow to get up, and you could tell he couldn't take another body shot. So I guess the ref just stopped it before he just kept falling and stalling. I didn't have a problem with the stoppage too much. Usman coming out in the new Black Panther movie. Me and the wife were gonna go see it, but we ended up electing not to go that day because you ever get old and you're like, yeah, let's go do this, let's go do that, let's go out and watch this and watch this movie or do this, and you're like, it's getting late, let's just stay home and watch something on TV or go to sleep. Usman in the crowd. Aljamain Sterling, the UFC bantamweight champion, record 22-3. Leon Edwards, welterweight champion, 20-3, and he got a great reception in New York. Leon Edwards, man, listen. Selfishly, You know, guys, I try to tell you guys that I don't want someone to win. I try to just give you the most unbiased prediction, and I'll still do it. I try to bet and give predictions with my mind instead of my heart. But we're all guilty of it, right? But I'll be quite honest. Selfishly, I would love to see Leon pull it off a second time against Usman. I just think it's better for the division. Well, maybe not so much now. Maybe now Usman winning again. Maybe not. I don't know. Loris. Make it imply Laura Sanko. Oh, that's what she did. Because I saw Mexican martial arts talking about it, which was funny. No, the winner of Poirier versus Chandler doesn't get a title shot. Beneil Dariush first, then title shot. I believe that Beneil deserves it more than anybody. Thanks, Snipey. We're just gonna watch it on Twitch on Thursdays. I don't know if you have a Twitch or anything like that, but it's easier, Steve, with YouTube. You could play like a 5-second clip of some other stream or a fight, and it'll get copyright struck. On Twitch is a lot easier on that platform to watch fights, older fights especially, and I show them on screen, and we watch them together with the stream, with the people in the chat. And we watch fights and we kind of nerd out, and it's a little more like relaxed flow of watching fights, looking up some boxing history stuff or MMA history, and just having a back and forth. We started adding that over there just to have a little bit more fun with it. You weren't biased with Oliveira. Listen, maybe listen. I don't think I was too biased with Oliveira. Let me explain myself, Hito. Listen, guys. I truly thought, and I sound foolish, I know, I understand. I truly thought Oliveira was going to beat Makhachev. I know it sounds stupid. You can almost take my credentials and my credibility out the window when I say that. But listen, a lot of people did as well too, and that doesn't mean, I'm right because a lot of people agreed with me. Listen, I doubted Oliveira one too many times, and he kept proving me wrong against Poirier, against Gaethje. I really thought he wouldn't be timid against Makhachev if he were to go to the ground, kind of like what Ferguson may have done against Khabib if that were to ever happen. But I was widely wrong, and I will admit that right now I don't see anybody beating Makhachev, even Beneil Dariush, even though I like that fight. RG13 in the building. What's good, my guy? Welcome back, my guy. Thank you for being here. Damn, my man Hito calling me out, something crazy. It be your own boys. Beneil versus Charles should be next, and I think Beneil wins. Should we play a little matchmaking? Islam Makhachev is fighting Volkanovski. Beneil, Charles Oliveira. I don't know if you want to do Beneil, Charles Oliveira next, though. Hold on. UFC rankings. Let's see. Let's see real quick. Trying to, let me just pull up a list of the lightweights right now real quick. What about Oliveira and the winner of Poirier Chandler? They run it back, Oliveira and Chandler, if Chandler wins, or Oliveira and Poirier would be interesting as well, no, not really, after what Oliveira did the first time as well too. I wished Volkanovski wasn't getting the shot right now just so we could see Dariush and Makhachev, but at the same time Volkanovski has been dominating his division so, not effortlessly, but so like convincingly that I get it. Who do you give the loser of Poirier Chandler to? One of them loses. Who do they fight? Do they fight Fiziev, RDA? A lot of fights you could make. I feel like right now the most interesting division is the bantamweight division with Aljamain Sterling. And the whole thing, it seems like nobody wants to give Henry Cejudo that fight. And that's another thing we could talk about. What time does Adesanya fight? Well, there's Frankie Edgar versus Chris Gutierrez, then Chandler versus Poirier, then Esparza versus Wiley or Zhang Weili, and then Adesanya versus Pereira. And this Adesanya versus Pereira fight, which we haven't talked about, or it should be pronounced Pereira, but I just call him Pereira. I don't know why. This fight is another very complicated one to call. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on that one as well. What is the upcoming match? Gutierrez versus Frankie Edgar. How about Patty? You definitely. How about Patty? You definitely biased. Yo, Meatball got her ass whooped in the prelim. She did, and I'm not biased against Patty. I am correct. I just haven't been proven yet, Hito. Patty is not as good as people think he is. His jiu-jitsu is good. His striking is not that good. And if he fights someone good, he's going to lose. I'm telling you, I'm going to be proven right about Patty Pimblett. I'm telling you. And then when you add on top of that, this guy is the worst. He is the worst with his diet. That's going to catch up with him, bro. I'm telling you, cutting all that weight. Jordan Levitt had success against him until he got taken down and until, like, what was it, a guillotine that was locked in while he was trying to go for a takedown. I don't know why. Like, listen, I'm going to be proven right, Hito. Or maybe I'm just a Patty hater. I don't know. What would he do with Fiziev? I've been seeing people joke online where they say, if you want Gaethje to ignore your question, just ask him something relating to Fiziev. It doesn't look like anybody really wants to fight him. Fiziev next, as far as what you would do with him, that's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. What do you do with Fiziev? He beat RDA. He had a performance of the night in his last fight. What do you do with Fiziev? He beat Bobby Green. He beat Moicano, who just won. He deserves somebody in the top 5. I feel like you almost have to. Chandler, Dariush. I don't think you give Fiziev to Dariush. I think Dariush deserves like a star or a title shot. Imagine a Fiziev Chandler fight, Fiziev Poirier, but I don't know if Poirier is gonna go for that because he wants to fight the big names nowadays. I think Fiziev Gaethje, but I don't know. It seems like people are ducking Fiziev at the moment. Oh, he's absolutely entertaining, Tommy Mead. Nobody could take that away from him. And that's why he should take his career slowly. If he does something, and I've criticized Sean O'Malley for this before, when he not ducked, but when he neglected the Frankie Edgar fight, I was like, this is a mistake, blah, blah, blah. But in hindsight, he had a point, and he kind of took his career slowly because a mistake that Dan Hooker made, who just won, was he tried to accelerate his career and he paid for it. Patty should take his time. He is very entertaining. He's good for the UFC if he keeps winning. Just don't rush him. Don't give him anybody in the top 10 at the moment. It wouldn't be good for him. Matt Favola, who won tonight, called Patty out. Patty, McKinney is one that's being rumored. I don't know if it's going to happen though, Plugs. Patty needs to develop. Absolutely, Cole. Absolutely. Steve Williams says, I'm excited for Israel, but I'm nervous. He's going against a beast, but Izzy all the way. Yes, extremely nervous for Izzy as well because, listen, he has improved throughout his career. He's not the same fighter who he was against Pereira, and that's what I'm telling everybody. He's not the same. If you watch that second fight, I've been beating this dead horse, saying it over and over again. I encourage anybody, if you get a chance to watch that second fight versus Pereira, he was winning that fight convincingly. Alex Pereira was on a standing 8 count. I know people say that the smaller gloves benefit Pereira in this fight, but listen, if those smaller gloves were held by Adesanya in that second fight, he would have knocked Pereira out. Then he opened himself up a bit too much and paid for it. He wasn't as experienced as he is now. What scares me right now is that Pereira is just, man, as far as middleweight, the guy's just massive. And he's improving. You saw what he did to Sean Strickland with that short left hook that just pushed Sean Strickland down. Then he landed that like straight right hand as Strickland was falling down. Got him out of there, what, round 2 or round 1? I forget, but it was pretty early in the fight. I'm pretty sure it was round 2, early in round 2. Listen, Pereira is scary. And if he wins, I think that benefits the UFC as well too because Adesanya has been lapping the division. If we look at the rankings of the middleweight division, listen, Whitaker, Cannonier, Vittori. Nobody wants to see those opponents against Adesanya again. Derek Brunson, Costa, Sean Strickland. Nobody in the top 7 so far I care to see Adesanya fight if he stays with the title. Maybe if Hamza Chimaev moves up and he has hinted at that, maybe. There's no one really else. Kelvin Gastelum, he had a great fight with, but I don't think we want to see that again at the moment. Chris Curtis, Brad Tavares. Listen, it benefits the UFC if Pereira wins. I would say that at least. Fiziev Chandler wouldn't be a bad one at all, Beta. Izzy needs to bring it. By the way, Beta, shout out to you, man, because you're helping me out with the Twitch streams and just giving me content, and we're having a good time. So, and that started because of you. So thank you. We're gonna keep improving in knowledge by doing that, man. So appreciate you, Beta. And I'll hit you up on Discord or Instagram to see whether we could sneak in the rest of that fight tomorrow. Hot take: Bilal is above. Bilal, I just hate the way he strikes, man. Is that I sound like a pure hater, but it's just he looks like he fights like this, like this is how he swings. Like it's just so like robotic, bro. And I know I look like an idiot doing that, but it was just a Bilal Muhammad impression. It's annoying to watch, and he's not beating anyone in the top 5, in my opinion. Terrence will beat Patty. I hope it happens, but I think so as well too. Izzy wins tonight. I believe so as well too. Hito, I don't know though. We'll see. Patty started a YouTube channel and it's fun to watch. I'm gonna start watching it. Looks like he always marketing. Patty knows he needs to develop. Well, at least he knows. And he talked about his food addiction problems and how he needs to do better in that department. I'm gonna check out some of his stuff and we'll talk about it some more, Tommy. Because all I do is watch YouTube. Yo, what we betting? What do you got to offer, Hito? Izzy will KO Pereira. I don't know if he KOs him, but my prediction was a 5th round TKO knockout for Adesanya, so we shall see. Rambo, what's good, bro? Gutierrez versus Frankie Edgar will be up next. It benefits the UFC if Izzy can get the KO or TKO. Well, it benefits the UFC if Pereira wins, or if Adesanya wins, he has to win in impressive fashion. If he doesn't, it kind of hurts the division and the UFC a little bit, in my opinion. I think the pass is going to get to Izzy's head and will impact his performance. Listen, your guess is as good as mine. That, you know, I don't know. I think he's been fighting on the bigger stages where he's going to be easily more composed. So I guess I would disagree with you a little bit, Little B, but you might be right. It's hard not to kind of have in the back of your mind that you're fighting someone that knocked you out cold, although you had him hurt yourself. I feel like Izzy will try to take the fight in the later rounds where Alex will probably gas. That was my exact predictions, plug. That was my exact predictions. Prediction. I made it in the last show. And listen, if I'm right, I'm definitely gonna make a short for it because I said, you know, round 1, pretty close. Round 2, I think I gave it to, I don't know, Adesanya, maybe 3, Pereira. But he starts to gas out. Round 4, Adesanya just starts pulling away. Round number 5, finally, Adesanya gets the job done. I think that's gonna happen. I'm thankful to find a true fight fan, brother. Let's go. Let's get it. I love your story about like how you used to watch fights with your grandfather, man. It was me with my family. I got Chandler winning. You got Dustin or Chandler? I got Dustin. Talk to me. What's so ugly to hear when I say Pereira or when I say Pereira? Because I know the right way is Pereira, and I can't help but say Pereira because I had a friend growing up with that last name and I used to pronounce it like that. Miller definitely saw the John Anik tweet. Says, Beta, I haven't actually. What did John Anik say? I'm going to be covering this fight, guys, in 1 second. What did John Anik say? Hold on. I actually didn't see it. Come on. John Anik. What did he say? I know it's like Pereira. Pereira. Oh, I've been saying it wrong. Ideally with rolled R's. Puerto Ricans can't roll their R's. That's why I'm having problems with it. Killer, you see what I mean? Pereira. I just need to say it a few more times. All right, we got it down. I think Patty is fighting Jared Gordon next on UFC 282. I wouldn't be surprised if Jared exposes him. I wouldn't be surprised. He's going to get exposed if they don't line him up with the right fights, Carson. Who do you have for the main event, Carson? Spinning back fist by Gutierrez, and Frankie took it well. Beautiful outside leg kick and then a jab followed by Gutierrez. Frankie being patient. Frankie walking forward. I'll put the timer for the next round. I apologize to you guys. Spinning back kick again thrown by Gutierrez. Frankie walking forward. Outside leg kick thrown by Edgar, just missing. Gutierrez looks massive compared to Edgar. Number 12th ranked fighter Frankie Edgar trying to close out his career in impressive fashion for one last time. Beautiful jab lands for Gutierrez. Gutierrez is just quick with his punches and his footwork. Circling to his right, now his left. Gutierrez is using a lot of lateral movement. Frankie Edgar keeps walking forward. Head kick thrown by Edgar, just missing. Here we go. 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Pereira. I just got to say it a few more times. Big left knee to the head. Frankie Edgar's out. It's over. It's over. Unfortunately for Frankie Edgar, Chris Gutierrez lands a beautiful left knee that landed flush in the first round. And I'm sad to say this is how Frankie Edgar's career ends. But Gutierrez looked very sharp in there. Very quick on his feet, reading Frankie Edgar, landing a beautiful jab, outside leg kicks. Tough to see Frankie Edgar lose in this fashion in his closeout fight. But just like that, Frankie Edgar is done. Just like that, it's over. Tough to watch. Tough to watch a living legend get knocked out. Frankie Edgar disappointed. Back on his feet, they sit him down. You can see him cursing. He was like saying like F. Like he was just mad. Edgar's children is behind the commentator's table. So that was probably tough for them to watch. But Frankie Edgar gets knocked out in the first round. Damn, tough to see Frankie Edgar lose like that. Wow, beautiful knockout for Gutierrez. 20 on that fight. Here we go, Hito. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Izzy will exude composure and comfortably dominate AP in the 3rd to 5th. I'm very confident, says Cole. Let's go, Cole. Let's get it. Say red in Spanish and say we can't. We can say red, but we can't say car in Spanish, Hito. Why is that? Actually, I don't understand it. UFC did Frankie dirty with this fight. They did. Look at this knockout. He went to go like level change, and that left knee just landed on the chin of Frankie Edgar flawlessly. That hurts. Wow. Luckily, Gutierrez didn't like. Listen, guys, let me ask you guys a rather odd question. Why is it that some fighters, when they land a knockout blow, they know they landed it? There's 3 types of fighters. They know they landed a knockout blow, and they don't jump on their opponent. Like, they have that kind of like experience to do so. Then you have those that thought they got a knockout punch, like the Nate Diaz when he goes like this, when he points at his opponent before like attacking when he should attack, but they hurt their opponents, but not as bad as they thought. And then you have those opponents that will not stop punching their opponent until the ref gets in the way. And sometimes it's punches that are not needed. Why is that, you guys think? I need to ask a fighter that. Why is that? Because sometimes you could tell like some fighters are out cold. Like Leon Edwards, when he landed that left leg kick to Usman's head, he knew. He kind of like looked at him and kind of went like, he was like shocked that he was like down, but he put his hands up, won. Some other fighters like Ngannou, he's not going to stop punching, and it's scary because it's Ngannou. Yeah, poor Frankie, Steve. Barney, what's good, bro? At work in New Zealand with MillerDC, #1 fight commentary and total agreement with Izzy Pick. Let's go, Barney. Hope you're having a good day at work. Thank you for hanging out with us here. Hope your day at work goes by quickly. Ridiculous decision. Yeah, they should have gave him somebody else because Gutierrez is just a dog. I thought Frankie Edgar was going to get the job done, though. I thought he was going to find a way to get it done. UFC should have gave Frankie Edgar someone like a Eddie Wineland, a legend, SMH. That's 10 for Trey. What's up, Trey? Welcome to the stream. Always bothers me when I think back to Patty talking about he's still young at 27. Patty's just, he's a savage, bro. I don't think Alex has the card to compete with Izzy. I think Izzy's going to close the show, bro. Put your money up, kid, says Hito. Just instinct. But see, some have the instinct to not jump on their opponent. That's what I'm. Okay, so Tommy Me says adrenaline and or experience. Yeah, maybe that adrenaline is hard to like back off, but there's some people that they just know not to land another punch. They know it's over. Some other ones will not stop. Maybe it's that kind of like they see red kind of thing, I'm assuming. Because it happens in jiu-jitsu. The reason why I ask is because I haven't fought a UFC fight, of course, right? But in jiu-jitsu, right, like there's those guys in competition, and maybe that's a little bit different where, like, let's say I got an arm bar and someone taps. In jiu-jitsu, when they tap, you let go. But in like an IBJJF tournament or something, sometimes it's like, even though the guy taps, you don't know if it's convincing enough, so you wait till the ref kind of gets in the way. You know what I mean? But some like feel the tap and they let go. Some other guys don't. They keep yanking on either the arm bar, the knee bar, whatever, the choke, until a ref comes in and like stops it. And some critics say, oh, those guys are jerks. Some other ones say, listen, they don't blame them because there have been people that let go of a submission because they felt the tap and then, you know, their opponent lies. It's just, I don't know. That's why I figured I'd ask. I don't bet little bets with bums, says Trey. Oh my God. Man, thinking back to that Overeem KO, that's a hell of a way to have your soul snatched. Yes, exactly, bro. Like that uppercut from like far away, like it was disgusting to watch. Derek Lewis is another one who doesn't stop till the ref calls it. Yes, RG13, yes. And I was always right about Derek Lewis, RG. Am I right or am I wrong? Ask Trey. As a boxer, I can say fighters sometimes stop thinking and our bodies just go off our training, says E. Kane. Yeah. That makes sense. Cali Love says Snipey. Let's go. Let's get it. My Cali Love thing is not working. What a shame. I have a sound for that. What's going on here? I'm going to have to fix that some other time. Not working. I apologize, Snipey. I almost feel like I got to send you your money back. Snipey, thank you so much for the $10. You're always showing love, man. Thank you so much. I need a good sound bite for my donations. If you guys have any ones that you guys suggest, let me know. You see me donate here. I'm not scared to bet. Let's go. Trey's just scared. He doesn't feel confident in his bet. That's what he's trying to say without saying it, Hito. I do think we will see somebody getting knocked out in the main event, whether it's Adesanya or Pereira. Pereira. I got to do better. At least Alex won't be afraid to strike, so it shouldn't be boring, says Carson. It shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be. If it is... There have been people that said, you hear this, I don't know if people wholeheartedly mean it, I'll never buy Adesanya pay-per-view again, blah, blah, blah. Even Chandler says, like, people feel that our fight, speaking of him and Poirier, is the main event fight. He has that stigma, speaking of Adesanya. Not saying he's a boring fighter, but he has had boring performances. Are they all his fault? 100%? No, but being the number one fighter in your division, if you don't fight in impressive fashion, it will turn fans off if you keep having those. But it happened to Silva. It happened to Silva. I wouldn't say it happened to John Jones. Who's another name that I'm thinking of? To GSP is another one that has some performances that people weren't happy about with his style. But people don't remember that quite as much. I just feel Adesanya's were a little too boring, if that makes sense. It's a break to the next one, Killer. There's a break. I'll definitely let you guys know when the next fight is up. Mike Tyson in the stands. Yeah, the ref got to do better getting in between that beta. But do you remember that crazy uppercut, bro? Cali in the house. Let's go. Let's get it. Bro, Cali has some great fishing spots. That's why I would love to go out there, honestly. Cali has to be a beautiful state, too. Pereira. It's just politics-wise, I guess it's kind of crazy out there, right? I hear there's a lot of homeless people like in San Diego and all that stuff. Like, it's crazy. Tell me if I'm wrong, by the way. Pereira tonight, Izzy in the rematch, says Michael Mack. Bold prediction, Michael Mack. Welcome to the stream. Anyone notice Trey looks like Danny McBride in Pineapple Express? Danny McBride. Let's see. Danny McBride. Hold on a second. Let's see if we see the correlation. How do you look up people here? How do you look up people? How do you look up people? How do you look up people right here? Look who comes up first on my thing. Yeah, I could see it. I could see it. Look at that. And look at that. You take the shades off. You take the shades off. Congrats to Trey, though. Got a girl. He looks happy. He's living his best life. I school this guy every Monday about the UFC. Every Monday. So far, you're 3-1, Miller. I'm not doing too bad today. This is a lot better than my last two. because I've been on a little cold streak, and I used to be the hottest when it came to these predictions, but the last two haven't went my way. But we're coming back today. We're coming back today. I hit a big bet. What was my last bet that I hit? Let me see if I could bring it up for you guys. How do I go to my account? Let me see. My account, is it account history? Let's see. Last week, what was it? It wasn't last week. Was it 2 weeks ago? Here we go. Was I wrong on that? Yeah, where is it? I can't find it. I don't know how to find it. I'm gonna have to find it some other time. Oh, I won this. $110 for putting 50 on Jake by decision. I told you guys it would go the distance. I told you guys, but nobody wanted to listen. And then, let me see if I find it. When was the Phillies game? Can't find it. But I put some money on that, and I hit on that as well too. Wasn't that like 2 weeks ago? I can't find it. But anyways, guys, talk to me, guys. Up next, if you guys are just getting here, up next will be Dustin Poirier versus Michael Chandler. The fight that we're waiting to see. You guys let me know how you guys are calling it between Dustin Poirier and Michael Chandler. As far as the votes, we have, after 47 votes, 36% for Michael Chandler, 64% for Dustin Poirier. I like it. I like it. We shall see if you guys are right or wrong. See if Zhang Weili gets it done as well too, and Adesanya. It will be quite interesting. What if Carla Esparza pulls it off, man? What if Carla Esparza pulls it off? Let's see. They have the over-under. They have the over-under for Michael Chandler over 2.5 minus. What's a good? Let's see. Plus 114 for over 4.5. Is that something I want to bet on? I don't like the odds too much for this. I'm gonna just hold off. I don't like the props we're getting here. Demetrius always turned up to destroy dudes. Demetrius is one of the greatest to ever do it. Allow it would make me giggle. Mills Lane, I'll allow. Mills Lane, I'll allow. Let's hear that sound bite real quick. Let's see. This guy is always coming with suggestions. My guy Beta. Let me see if I find it. Up next will be Poirier versus Michael Chandler. Mills Lane, I'll allow it. Let me see what this sounds like. See if I can find a good one. Mills Lane is a legend, bro.
I don't know.
Let's see. This guy's always coming. I'll allow it. Let's see. I'm gonna need to find a better one. Is there a better audio? If you find one, I'll use it. Freak it. Just follow your boy on bets and you'll be good, Miller. Hito, you've been hot. You won a freaking $600 bet. I was impressed, to say the least. You see the Jake versus Tate thing. Do you think it's actually gonna happen? I think it's unfair if they do just a strict boxing match. I think it should be kickboxing or MMA, but we'll see what happens. Maybe they're just hyping the fans up. Trade during the Oliveira loss and O'Malley win. Cough, cough. Let's not do that again. Right, Tommy, you remember that? Freaking O'Malley. Tommy, let me ask you this. Was it a robbery that O'Malley was granted? You tell me. Or did you have him winning? I'm going to have to go with Jared Gordon on that one, Hito. I'm just saying. I got Dusty, says Borracho with the gold glove. Let's go. Dustin by TKO in the third. Interesting. In the last round. Do you think Alex is Izzy's toughest challenger? You know what? I might put a little bet on that too. The knockout. with the knockout win, Jesus. Do you think Alex is Izzy's toughest challenge of his career so far? Yes. Just because of their history. Adesanya, I mean, the Gastelum fight was pretty crazy. Whitaker in their last fight was close, and some people felt that Whitaker won. But I guess we could always come back to see how they perform to see whether he looks like the toughest opponent after the performance. But as of right now, I would say, yeah. I hope Triple Z doesn't get it done. Dustin versus Chandler's up next, Killer. I still think it was a robbery after rewatching. Me too. We watched it on Twitch, and I had it 2-1 clearly for Petr Yan. When I thought maybe people were right and Sean O'Malley did land enough strikes, and maybe Petr Yan didn't do enough on the takedowns that you could give it to O'Malley. But after rewatching it, I would say Petr Yan did quite well striking-wise as well, too. And the commentary was maybe a little bit biased, that they would get a little excited every time Sean O'Malley would land. So that's neither here nor there. But I know you would go for Jared. This Patty hate is crazy. It's not hate, it's justified reasoning. He thought, bro, that's actually hilarious, bro. Will Niners beat the Chargers? I haven't been following football that much, to be quite honest. I used to be a Niners fan, though. I don't know. If I told you I know, I would be lying. I'm just sad the Phillies lost. Nah, bro, Sean damaged him like, no. It was that one knee that had him leaking, but if you rewatch that fight, Petr Yan even stunned him in the third round as well, too. I'm sorry, every time I hear Mills Lane, I think of Celebrity Deathmatch. That's what they had, some Celebrity Deathmatch videos. Yes, he dominated ground game, but Sean gets points. I'm assuming just for being so good through the fight. Listen, I had it 2-1 clearly, maybe even a 3-0. That first round was maybe the toughest one to call. Don't forget that we got 20 on this fight. I'm glad to be collecting, Hito. I'm glad to be collecting here on a Saturday night. It feels great. Guys, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. #1 commentary channel on YouTube. Let's get it. Let's have some fun. Oh, well, good thing you didn't bet on Frankie. I'm texting a friend right now because he sent me his parlay picks. My boy got Dan Hooker, Chris Gutierrez. He has Dustin Poirier, Zhang Weili, and Alex Pereira. He just sent me his slip. He has 3 more to go. Yeah, I just think his fighting style, if you can't get someone down, is not going to work.
I want a good, clean fight, and there'll be no bodyguards around to break this up.
I want to hear that one part, but I'm gonna have to watch it on Twitch with you. Let me copy this. Let me copy this. This link.
I want a good, clean.
Let me copy this over here because, bro, I play this on YouTube, like even just a clip of it beta, and it has happened to me, bro. I will get banned. Not banned, it will get copyright struck. So, but thank you for sending the video. Now I have it. And I might have to use it for, bro, I might have to use that for my audio for when people send donations. That'll be hilarious. Is this a fight of the night? Let's see how that Pereira fight goes against Adesanya, but it's a 3-round fight. If I had a gun to my head on what will be fight of the night, I would say it would be this one, yes. Let's see what happens. This will be fight of the night, says Tommy. 130. I think I could play that at 130 just for a second.
I want to 2 things.
Give me one second. Let's hear it.
Now, I'll allow it. I want to shake your hand. Allow it. I want to shake the really good now. I'll allow it. They're really going to get it on now. Oh, boy. They're whacking each other really good now. I'll allow it.
I'm going to use that. We're going to make it happen. Beta. I hope that doesn't get copyright struck, but we're going to make that happen. Your boy has a losing ticket. He's hot so far. I'm back. Glad to be here again on the best stream. Let's go, Alex. Welcome back, everybody. Let's get it. Dustin Poirier making his way to the octagon, guys, in a matter of seconds. we'll be going to the main event. I'm not gonna lie. The common persons. What's that's it. Sorry about that. You called me Hito? Let's get it. I got Dustin for the win over Chandler. Interesting. Me too. Me too. Let's go, Clips. Let's see if we're right. You think Mike will use his wrestling? I think Mike has to use his wrestling to win, but he's a stubborn individual, and I can't. I don't. Listen. I understand he wants to be UFC's favorite employee, but he has to fight to his strengths. He can't just put He can't just put on entertaining fights and keep losing. So and if I'm Michael Chandler, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I know I got to be entertaining, but I really have to win. I'm going to use my wrestling. I'm assuming if he's smart, he takes that approach. I don't think he just wins in a striking slugfest against Dustin Poirier. That's my honest opinion. So we'll see. I'm excited to find out. Michael Chandler in the octagon. We will have a timer for this. Let me see if it's showing up and everything is good. Yes, cool. Guys, up next, Michael Chandler versus Dustin Poirier. So a friend said, Frankie, he got slumped. He got slumped. All right, guys, I'm sorry. We have a stream to run here. I got Chandler trying to wrestle as a reason he loses this fight. You think him trying to wrestle would make him lose? Why is that? Been almost a year since Dustin's last fight. That's a long layoff. He's selling hot sauce out here, man. Some people are arguing he's not as focused as he used to be. We're about to find out. A crazy knee. I didn't see him going out like that. I mean, too. Been almost a year since Dustin. I think Dustin will absolutely dominate from beginning to end. I think Chandler is getting old, like fragile old. He's done. I'm just kidding. He's about to pull it off. Chandler, I don't think he's getting fragile, but Dustin is a big. Here we go. Round number 1. Dustin is a big lightweight. Here we go. Round number 1 of a Schedule 3. Finally, Poirier, the number 2 ranked fighter versus the number 5 ranked fighter in Michael Chandler. Round number 1. Here we go. Southpaw stands for Poirier. Orthodox stands for Michael Chandler. Both standing in the center of the octagon. Chandler standing on the outside. Kind of feigning a bit. Maybe level changing. I feel like I sense a takedown attempt coming. We'll see. Both fighters standing. Big right hand down the middle thrown by Chandler, just missing. Poirier being patient. Left hook over the top, partially lands for Poirier. Nice right kick to the body for Chandler. Throws 3 consecutive right kicks to the body. Lands the first one, misses the next 2, but Chandler explosive. Chandler looks strong. There's the takedown attempt. I told you it would happen eventually, but he doesn't get the takedown. Let's see if he tries it again. Left straight thrown by Dustin Poirier, just misses. Cormier says it feels like at any moment somebody could go out. Poirier circling to his right. Chandler stalking him patiently. in round number 1. Right kick to the body again, thrown by Chandler, partially lands. Inside leg kick lands for Michael Chandler. Chandler walking forward. Left straight thrown by Poirier, just misses. Beautiful slip by Chandler. Combination thrown by Chandler doesn't appear to be quite landing. Keeps walking forward. Poirier being very patient, parrying some punches here. Big right hook over the top for Chandler. And he keeps applying pressure to Dustin Poirier. Right hook to the head for Chandler. Chandler hits so hard and he hurt Poirier. Left straight down the middle, partially lands for Poirier. Chandler keeps walking forward. Joe Rogan says, kill or be killed is Chandler. That's the attitude he's having. But Poirier appears to have recovered quite well. Left straight down the middle lands for Dustin Poirier. Nice strong jab lands for Poirier. Little redness under the nose of Michael Chandler. Right hook lands partially for Chandler. Right kick to the body lands for Chandler. He has a beautiful right kick to the body. Throws it with bad intentions. He puts everything on it. And I think that's going to get the attention of Poirier. Big right hook upstairs for Poirier. Outside leg kick for Poirier. This is what Poirier does. He starts tiring you out, walking forward, landing the bigger punches. Poirier starting to walk forward, trying to do this to Michael Chandler. Reminds me of how he did to Max Holloway. Let's see if he's able to do that. Big right hand again for Chandler. Another right hand for Chandler. Poirier's hurt against the cage. Poirier defending. Takedown attempt for Chandler, and he gets it. Dustin Poirier on the bottom, 1 minute and 45 seconds left on the clock. He had Dustin badly hurt. I might be wrong in this prediction, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to have to send Hito some bread. We shall see. Poirier on the bottom. Trying to attack the Kimura is Chandler. Scooting to the cage is Poirier. Almost back to his feet. 1 minute and 27 seconds left on the clock. Chandler looking impressive so far. Still has the body lock. Maybe going for the double leg takedown again. Going belly down is Poirier. Chandler maybe attacking the back here. 1 minute and 10 seconds left on the clock. Fighting the hands is Poirier. Trying to separate the hands of Michael Chandler. Shoulder against the cage. Poirier trying to get back to his feet. And a slam for Chandler. Gets the takedown. Poirier back up to his feet. Lands a right hook. Poirier walks forward. Poirier walking forward. Now he's starting to apply some pressure. Right uppercut lands for Poirier. Left straight down the middle lands for Poirier. Right hook lands for Chandler. This is going to be fight of the night, it seems like, ladies and gentlemen. Big right hand knocks down Chandler. Poirier walking forward. Left straight down the middle for Poirier. Right hook, left straight for Poirier. Left straight again for Poirier. Left straight again for Poirier. Chandler's hurt. Right hook again for Poirier. Chandler's almost out on his feet. 2 seconds left. Right hook. Round number 1 is over. And he's talking trash to Chandler. What a way to close out the round for Dustin Poirier. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen. I'm sweating down here. Jeez. I'm sorry. But we have ourselves a fight. I hope I'm not screaming your ear off. Saved by the bell. Yes, Chandler was saved by the bell. I'm telling you, if you don't get Poirier out early, he's most likely going to get you out. He's very durable. Very durable. Sanity, welcome to the stream. Dustin just had to get his timing. I told you, Miller, listen to clips. I picked Poirier. I'm telling you, I know the type of fighter he is. Stylistically, he matches up well against Chandler. If Chandler doesn't get the takedowns and if Chandler doesn't get him out of there early. And Chandler was winning that round until the last minute. Chandler landed some bombs of right hands, right kicks to the body. He had Poirier hurt on his feet. Got a takedown. He's going to have to, I think he's going to have to go for takedown again, but I think you got to give that round to Poirier because of that damage towards the end. Saved by the bell, though. Absolutely. And Chandler still could pull this off. Beta says, I think it's imperative for him to showcase his wrestling if he wants to prove he can be in there with Islam. Being entertaining isn't going to win him a fight against the Dagestani wrestling style. I agree. Very well said. Very well said, Beta. Love the commentary, man. Gets me hyped. Let's go. Round number 2. Here we go. Of a scheduled 3 rounds. A lot of swelling on the left eye. Left straight again down the middle for Poirier. Poirier now walking forward, lands a jab. Circling to his right is Michael Chandler. Chandler's face is beat up. Left hook to the body lands for Chandler. Going for a takedown is Chandler. And Chandler gets the takedown. This is what he needs to do if he wants to win. Chandler needed a takedown, says Cormier, and I agree with him. Pushing against the faces, Poirier on the bottom in full guard. 4 minutes and 15 seconds left. 3 out of 5 takedowns attempted and 3 successful for Chandler. Left elbow to the head for Poirier from the bottom. Nice right hooks to the head for Chandler. He's in Dustin Poirier's full guard. Let's see if he could be aggressive and offensive here on top. A lot of blood leaking out the face of Chandler. Trying to land some right hooks to the head is Chandler. Triangle attempt here for Poirier. Chandler has to be careful. Cut him up with the elbow. Chandler on the back of Poirier now. Right hook to the head for Chandler. Chandler leaking a ton here. Poirier trying to get closer to the cage. Trying to go for a choke is Chandler. Still going for the choke. Both fighters leaking blood now. This is a bloodbath already here. 3 minutes and 5 seconds left in the second round of a scheduled 3. Poirier trying to get back to his feet. Chandler high on the back, could lose it here. Dustin Poirier trying to get back to his feet. Going for the choke here still is Chandler. Poirier defending here. Chandler on the back. He's too high on the back, though, says Cormier. 2 minutes and 27 seconds left. Poirier being very patient. Chandler still on the back, breathing heavily. Poirier needs to get back to his feet here. A lot of ground control time for Michael Chandler. Still going for the choke is Chandler. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left. Chandler still on the back. Good second round so far for Chandler as far as ground control time. Not being so aggressive as far as attacking. Poirier got away from the back attack. Back against the cage. Trying to go for maybe a Kimura lock here is Poirier from the bottom. 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Right hook to the head almost lands for Chandler. Chandler still on top. 3 minutes of control time and counting for Chandler. This is what he needed to do in order to win. Really bad round for Poirier, says Joe Rogan, and I have to agree with him. Chandler's still on top. But he's just holding him down here. Which doesn't make me too impressed, but hey, he's doing it. Attacking the head is Chandler. Some hammer fist. Right hook to the head lands for Chandler. Chandler still attacking. Poirier has to be careful. Now on the bottom in closed guard. 35 seconds left. 33 seconds left on the clock. Chandler, a lot of control time. Plus also most likely got a good breather here. After losing that first round, Chandler on top, winning this second round decisively. Chandler on top. 10 seconds left. Not much action besides the takedowns. 5 seconds left. Poirier appears that he will survive this round. We'll be going to round number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I forgot to change the round number. Round number 3 up soon. They're going to kill each other, says Sanity. What's up, Sanity? Who do you think would have won if Conor never broke his ankle against Dustin? I still think Dustin, killer. Oh, Australia in the building. What's up, Deacon? Welcome to the stream. Sorry I'm so late. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being a DC Fight Club member. We see you with the blue glove. If you want to become a member, there's the link. The more members, the merrier. 1-1 going into the third. I agree, LP. I agree. Damn, he landed a left straight that landed perfectly on the nose of Chandler. Poirier has to keep it away from the ground. He can't get taken down like that again. He can't get taken down like that again. Exactly, exactly. That's what he had to do in order to win. Fight of the night contender? Absolutely, absolutely. Most likely will be fight of the night. Even though that second round wasn't the most eventful. But here we go, guys. Round number 3 will be up soon. Here we go. Round number 3, guys. If you haven't already, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. #1 commentary channel on YouTube. Here we go. Poirier versus Chandler. Here we go. Poirier standing on the outside. Dustin Poirier walking forward. Nice outside leg kick lands for Poirier. Poirier walking forward, now being the aggressor. See, what Joe Rogan says here, I don't agree with him. He says it could be 2-0 because maybe Chandler won that first round. And in no way Chandler wins that first round, even though he landed some bombs. The most damage was done by Poirier. Chandler was almost out if there wasn't more time left, if there was more time left on the clock. So you have to give that round to Dustin Poirier. I just don't agree with that. The Journey Bunch, thank you for the $5. Hey man, hope all is good. Who do you got between Adesanya and Pereira? I got Adesanya winning. Chandler going for a takedown again. Trying to sprawl. Back attack for Chandler, but Poirier lands on top. Right hooks to the head for Poirier. Out of a scramble, Poirier lands on top. Now attacking the back is Poirier. He has the body triangle on the back of Poirier. You know, Poirier being a jiu-jitsu black belt. Let's see what he does here. Now he's glued to the back of Chandler. Poirier keeps attacking the back. Poirier has the body lock. Going for a choke here is Poirier. Going, might be under the neck here. He's under the neck. Chandler taps, it's over. Poirier, rear naked choke in the third round. He gets the job done out of a crazy scramble. Poirier gets the rear naked choke. I was a little worried there. Journey Bunch, thank you for the $5. Wow. Chandler had him so elevated, but listen, that's what the Dagestanis do so good. When they get a takedown, I know this is a little bit left, but when they get a takedown, they control the position before they try to advance. Chandler tried to go for one of the biggest takedowns and out of a scramble, which you can't allow Poirier to do. He ended up on the back, gets the choke. The $20 from Hito. Your first win against me, you 1-3. I'm trying to be 3-3, Hito. That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to be 3-3 against you. I have Zhang Wei Li, though. I don't think you're going to pick Carlos Esparza. Where's that bummy boy? Didn't Trey pick Chandler? I'm sure he's going to be quiet now, right? I knew it says LP. Let's go. It's a good night for me. What am I, 4-1 tonight? Let's go. I thought it would have been a KO, but let's go, Dustin. That scramble just was not good for Michael Chandler. He had a big takedown, but that scramble, when you scramble like that, you got to be careful not to give your back to a jiu-jitsu practitioner. And wrestlers are not the best at defending their back once someone has their hooks in. they're good belly down as far as fighting the hands, you know, trying to get back to their feet. But if someone has the hooks in, has their back attacking the choke, wrestlers are not the best at that. They show respect to each other. Dustin Poirier gets the job done. I don't know if they had words. Poirier doesn't look happy even after winning. I don't know if they have had words after that. I will let you guys know soon what he says. Maybe all the beef that they were having. Great win for Dustin Bordacho. Great win. Great win. Damn, I had Chandler plugs. It's okay. You went against me, and that was probably your mistake. It's all right, plugs. I'm just messing. I'm 0-1, robbery, 3 takedowns, bro. Says Lapithan. Dustin Poirier is still talking like to the ref and to Chandler. I don't know what he's mad about. Maybe the punches behind the head. I don't know what's going on. Poirier looks upset. I promise you I'll let you know exactly what they say in the post-fight interview. He's the first to submit Chandler. He got on that back. Chandler had better striking percentage and higher takedown rate, but the most effective damage was from Poirier. Here we go. Let me mute this and then put this up. They're hugging it out. They touched gloves. It just looked like Poirier was upset. Here we go. Turn on audio. Can't do that. I'll get banned. First time we both picked same here for Izzy. Let's go, Deacon. I got him by decision by 1 point. Good luck on the rest of the card. Let's go, Deacon. Let's see if we can make it happen. Thank you for hanging out with us, man. #1 community on YouTube. He stuck his fingers in my mouth to get a rear naked choke. Oh, that's what he's mad about. He stuck his fingers in my mouth. So Poirier is pissed about that. It didn't change the position of my head. Oh, because of putting the fingers in the mouth, elevated his neck, and that's all somebody wants to do for the choke. Get the neck up, get the forearm under. So Poirier was pissed off about that. Good thing he throws looping. If he throws straight, he probably would have got me out of there. Poirier's upset, man. What was your thoughts going into that third and final round? He was getting up on his knees. I was surprised I got the hook around his body that fast. He's very explosive. I didn't want to get dumped on my head. I try to keep my weight back with his knees bent. You eventually did get the rear naked choke, says Joe Rogan. What was surprising about this fight? He was more durable than I thought, says Poirier. He landed after I hurt him and he was still there. I didn't think that was going to be the case here. I thought I was going to put him away. He said, hey, who ain't got jiu-jitsu, says Poirier. Dustin Poirier gets the win. Third round submission. Thank you for the $20 he throwing, owning up to your bets. I appreciate you. Something Trey doesn't do, right? I don't think they banned you. I have gotten copyright struck for doing stuff like that. That's why I don't do it anymore. Jesus. They've hit me with that before. Chandler had better striking percentage and higher takedown rate, says Lavithan 999. Poirier gets the job done, ladies and gentlemen. What does this mean? What do you do with Poirier? Does he get Islam Makhachev next? Even though, listen, if Chandler was taking down... Look, he goes towards the back. Poirier did a great job of turning, then getting top mount, landed a big left elbow, and finds his way towards the back. Gets under the neck, and it was all she wrote from there. He got under that neck fast. Let's see the fingers in the mouth thing. See if we see it. Oh, right here. Oh, yeah, that's horrible. Fingers in the mouth. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's bad. He has his fingers in his mouth. Oh, that's bad. That's 100% fish hooking, says Joe Rogan. That's so bad. I don't know how Chandler could do something like that, man. He has to be aware and know he did that. That's really bad. That's why Poirier is you guys can hear the audio. Let me turn it down. That's why Poirier was absolutely like livid. Halle Berry in the stands No wonder Poirier was livid, and deservedly so. Miles Teller, the actor in the stands. Chris Weidman in the stands as well, too. Oh, that was horrible. Dustin gets owned by Islam. I believe. I believe you're right. I agree. I'm not doubting Islam Makhachev anymore. You got to show me something out of this world for me to be like, listen, you got a chance against Islam. Although Poirier won, Chandler still got some takedowns pretty easily. I don't think Poirier could do something with Islam as far as with the takedowns, but he looked great. 999, none of that matters when he taps them hands for the ref to see. Beta says, heads up, I can hear all the. Thank you, Pat, for being honest. Thank you, E. Kane, for saying something as well, too. I appreciate you guys being honest. I forgot to turn it down some. Poirier versus Bryce for number 1 in the Bayo and number 1 contender, says Tommy Mead. Poirier might get the title shot next, even though we might not love that. The $20 from LP says, DC, you're the man. Thank you for the hard work to entertain us. Thank you, LP, for being here and for all the donations, guys. LP, thank you so much. I'm going to add that Mills Lane audio beta. LP, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Helps the channel out immensely. These pay-per-views aren't cheap, and you guys help out with that. So thank you, for real. I mean it. It means the world. Chandler probably gets Fiziev, and it's going to be downhill because I think Fiziev wins that fight. Chandler looked good. The fingers in the mouth thing kind of pissed me off because it's like, you don't do that. You have to know you're doing that. There's no way you don't know that. And people, when they get tired, sometimes they do some desperate things, and that I understand. But that was just, if sticks fingers in your mouth, can you bite down? I mean, you can, but like, then you're cheating, you know? And if you get caught doing that, it's like, but maybe that might be the best option. Especially if it's fingers in your mouth for a brief second, like, or a millisecond is a mistake is one thing. If it's there that whole time, maybe I'm Poirier and biting them suckers off. I don't know. That's tough. But then he looks like the bad guy. Dustin will lose to most of the young wrestlers in the division. I agree, Dustin. Dustin, welcome to the stream. How long Poirier got left on his contract? Do you know? I don't know how many fights he has left on his contract, but I will be sure to look that up in a little bit and see if we could get some information for you. Let's do something fun in the meantime. And it's not this. Let me see if I can pull it up. Guys, you can call in at 267-545-8096 if you want to share your predictions for Adesanya versus Alex Pereira or Carla Esparza versus Zhang Weili. You have limited time before we get back to the fights, guys, but the call-in number is on the screen. You can call in and share your thoughts on these fights. Or I guess the winner, Volk Islam versus Dariush first and Poirier waits out the year. Poirier is experienced, old enough, who he might want to wait. That might be the best viable option, Beta. I love it. I don't know. I'm mad I didn't think of that before you. I don't think Chandler would fight Fiziev because they train at the same gym. There you go. I don't think he wants to do that for his career. Chandler's a big enough name where he could just get big fights on paper for the rest of his, not contenders and names that aren't quite as big as his, in my opinion. And I don't blame him for that. Emmett Brown, what up, bro? Welcome to the show. You got DQ'd by Chandler? No. I mean, I guess the ref didn't see it, but I don't know how you don't see it. Haven't seen fingers in the mouth before that. It's crazy. I haven't seen, maybe by mistake, you know, you kind of like grab someone's tooth by mistake or something, but it was in there for a long period of time. We have ourselves a caller, guys. Let's pick up the phone. Let's open up the lines. Let me mute this in the meantime.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello.
Hey, Miller, how's it been, brother?
How's it been? What's up, bro? How you doing? Say your name and give us your thoughts today, broski.
Manny, the Journey Bunch, and man, this is I've been going back and forth with it, but I think Adesanya's gonna take it.
Okay, listen, I've been back and forth as much as you, and I've been going crazy over this fight, just like the Poirier-Chandler fight, because I thought Chandler would wrestle, and he did, but he almost pulled it off too. Now, Adesanya and Pereira, why are you going back and forth so much? If you could describe that for us.
So yeah, I watched the first two fight, right? I mean, first of all, completely different sport, but I think you can get a lot from it, right? So I do think Adesanya won the first one, although they gave it to Pereira, and then
Right.
the second one, Adesanya was definitely outclassing him, but I do think that he was being a bit sloppy, right, and kind of being too aggressive, and he just doesn't fight like that anymore. Especially like I would say after the Jan fight, he's become very very defensive, and he really relies on his counter, whereas back in the day he was more on the offensive, right? So
Right.
that within of itself, I think gives him the edge, and the fact that he has like over 20 fights in MMA, I don't think that Pereira is still like super comfortable in MMA compared to kickboxing. So that's why I'm giving him the slight edge, but I'll be lying if I don't see how Pereira, he has that equalizer. All it takes is one for him.
Let me play devil's advocate with you a bit, because I will admit I have Adesanya. My trouble is, and why I kept going back and forth, is you're right. It's a different sport. 100% agree. The difference is that we've never seen Adesanya be a wrestler, or like it might essentially still be a kickboxing match. Let's say it's just a kickboxing match. Does that change your opinion at all?
I don't think so, because the thing about it is it's not going to be a kickboxing, like 100% a kickboxing match, and because of that, Pereira just needs to make sure that he has some answer to submissions, right? So
Right.
that may put his hand placements a little bit lower than like kickboxing. He's going to have a mind, at least expect that Adesanya he might. I mean, he's homeboy with what's the heavyweight champ again? I forgot.
Glover.
No, man, I forgot.
Pereira or Adesanya?
No, the heavyweight champ in the UFC.
Ngannou?
Yes. So he might just pull an Ngannou where all of a sudden he's like, Ngannou Nurmagomedov or something.
Oh, right. I remember that. Right.
So all I'm saying is like Pereira needs to keep that in mind, and because of that, it's just going to give Adesanya a slight edge, just because Adesanya has been tested a lot more with submissions, and he's a little bit more comfortable with dividing his mind, right? Whereas Pereira, he hasn't fully been challenged in that department. So I think this fight is going to be in the milliseconds, to be honest, and just that diversion of attention might give Adesanya the slight edge.
No, I like it, man. Thank you for your call. Zhang Weili is making her way to the octagon. So final prediction, you have Adesanya. Can you tell us the method of victory, the path? Is it a knockout? Is it a decision? How are you calling it?
Decision for sure. Like if he wins, it's going to be by points.
Gotcha. Journey Bunch, thank you so much for calling. Thank you for your donation earlier as well, too. I really appreciate that.
No problem, brother. Keep doing you, man, and keep rocking it.
Sounds good, man. Thank you so much, man. Thanks for your call.
All right.
There you go. There you have it. He has Adesanya winning. He thinks experience is going to carry him through. We shall see Zhang Weili making her way to the octagon. After the Zhang Weili fight versus Carla Esparza, we'll be accepting more callers. So stay tuned. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Zhang Weili making her way to the octagon. Told y'all it was Dustin Says Killer. I've never seen Izzy fight like he did in the second Pereira fight at all in the octagon. He doesn't fight like that anymore. I absolutely agree with you, Beta. He was definitely out of character in that fight and just got caught in the last few seconds. Yes, I agree with you as well too, Beta. Listen, he only has like an inch reach advantage though here. Pereira is just such a tall middleweight and lengthy. Like it's gonna be tough. I don't think it's gonna be easy. And if Pereira lands cleanly, that's where I get a little bit timid. We shall see. New poll, please. Absolutely. The poll that people have been waiting for. Thank you for somebody else is calling, but I'm gonna have to accept your call after this fight. Actually, let's risk it. Let's try to accept it real quick. Give me 1 second.
Call from
Steve Williams.
to accept, press 1. To send a voicemail,
Steve Williams
press
giving us
2.
a call. Let's go. This we got to take. What's up, Steve?
Can you say California love?
California love was good, bro.
Hey, I just wanted to let you know. I think I know you didn't agree with this, but I think Carla might beat. Wailing.
Why is that stylistically? No, there's people that are on your side that say don't be surprised if Carla pulls it off. Why do you feel she might be able to pull it off?
I think she might strike and wrestle and just do her thing, and I think she might just win by a decision because it's going to be a 5-round match, right?
It is. It is a title fight. Yes.
Title fights are 5 rounds, right? And another thing, I got Adesanya tonight, but I'm afraid and I'm nervous for my man. You know?
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. I'm 100% with you. I'm a little timid myself.
Yes, Miller. But yeah, anyways, keep up the great work. The commentary is great. Just wanted to send a shout out to you and your family and your little one and the brand new one that's on its way.
Steve, man, I appreciate your support, man. You've been supporting me crazy, man. And honestly, you don't have to support as much as you do, but you do. You choose to do so. Truly, truly, thank you, man. You have Adesanya winning. Before you get out of here, I never got to hear your prediction over the phone, like as far as descriptively. Let me know how it ends for Adesanya. Decision, knockout. How do you have it?
I think it's going to be a late round knockout. I think Adesanya's cardio is going to keep him through the first few rounds. You know, he's going to be able to absorb all those mean strikes or knees or whatever Alex is going to try to deliver, and then he'll catch him with either one of those question mark kicks to the head like he did Costa, or he might just get him with strikes. I know, but I'm thinking hopefully a knockout in the 4th or 5th round.
I love the prediction, Steve. Thank you so much for your call. Anything else you want to say to anyone out there? Appreciate you, man. Cali love all the way. Thank you, man.
Yes, baby. All right. Good night.
There you go, guys. Steve Williams with the call. Appreciated him, man. He's always been showing love every single stream. And there he goes, giving up. He says 4th or 5th round knockout, maybe a question mark kick. Imagine if he gets it right, you know I'm going to make a short video on it like we always do with the predictions. So let's see. Steve, if you're out there, thank you again. Thank you so much, man. I'm now a year sub on Twitch and YouTube. Let's go. Zelme becoming a member today for a full 12 months, a whole year. We're locked in, Zelme. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man. All my members. I gotta put like, you see how the bottom it keeps scrolling like Instagram, MillerDC. Maybe I could do like something that scrolls and just shows all the names of the members and it just keeps like repeating. Maybe. I gotta figure out a couple things. Zelme, thank you so much, man. It means the world to me, broski, honestly. Can both be over in the first. I got work in the morning, says Borracho. Listen, I hope this Carla Esparza, Zhang Weili doesn't go the distance. Damn, you got work on Sunday tomorrow. Listen, I hope you have a great day at work tomorrow, man. Stay awake. Stay strong, man. Is he going to sleep, says Don Barbs. What round, Don? I want Izzy to win, but I will pick AP on the quick KO early, says Eclipse. Interesting. I'm only a month away, bro, that belt, Zell. There can be the only... I'm going to call you Devin Haney, beta. He doesn't have that stigma anymore. Triple Z will win decision. Adesanya in the 3rd round by TKO, says Tommy Mead. Was Beta and Snipey and the rest of the chat. Let's go. Round 3 KO Alex. Bro, we have such a beautiful community. Same people always coming through and hanging out. This is what you love to see. On Thursdays, we have Twitch streams, guys. Be here Thursdays, roughly around 7:30 p.m. We do Twitch streams. We cover some old boxing fights, MMA fights. We have a blast. We talk fighting. We learn from each other. Carla Esparza versus Zhang Weili will be up next. Tail of the tape, 35 years old is Esparza. 33 is Zhang Weili. 5'4 is Zhang. 5'1 is Esparza. Both 115. Both have a reach of 63 inches. This co-main title fight will be up next. The UFC Strawweight Championship bout. Will Carla land the takedown? Zhang Weili has really improved, and she's been working with Cejudo on her takedown defense. So, I don't know, but I think her being successful is contingent on whether she's able to do so, Oscar. So we shall see. I feel like we will get Chandler versus Conor next. That's a fight to make for Conor and for Chandler. That's a big money fight. What you think about Haney saying if Tank wanted to be undisputed, he could turn in that fake belt he has for a chance at the champ. Listen, it sucks because I do believe Crawford and Spence want to fight each other, but promotions get in the way of that. With the whole Gervonta and Haney thing, Haney still has, Gervonta still has people in his corner where it seems like they're not going to give him the toughest fights. And I don't know if he's necessarily calling out for them as urgently as he should. How do you feel about the whole Tank situation, Beta? But I like the attitude. Haney has made me a fan. He forced my hand. You know how I felt about Haney before, and Von Blue will make fun of me all the time. He forced my hand. Went to Australia twice and took the belts home. I can't do nothing but respect that with Haney. Then Zhang Weili looks buff, man. I love how Zhang Weili says when Buffer screams her name, she says it with him. And she looks so happy. Carla Esparza in the octagon. I'm back. Has Izzy fall yet? No, it'll be up next. Esparza versus Zhang Weili, and then the main event. If you guys are just getting here, Poirier gets the job done by third round rear naked choke. Up next, Carla Esparza versus Zhang Weili. All these boxing matches getting announced are super interesting. Yes, the boxing match I'm most excited for, that David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant fight. That's the fight, man. Caleb Plant becoming, listen, a fan favorite. So far, I'm 1-0. Let's go, LP. Thank you for the $20 earlier as well, too. I'll choose Zhang and Pereira next. So we're just disagreeing on that wholeheartedly, LP. Let's go. I like it. Let's see who's right, LP, at the end of the day, right? Pitbull dodges nobody. I like Pitbull. Pitbull mentioned Shakur not too long ago. You see Zhang pick up Ngannou. I'll tell you Shakur posted it. I'll talk to you guys about that later. Pitbull going to tear him up. Here we go. Round number 1 of a scheduled 5 title fight is finally up now. I'm hoping Tank puts Ryan in his place. Man, I think Tank beats Ryan. He does. He looks very confident as well too, Oscar. Is Max Holloway coming back? Great question. I saw that plugs his trainer calling Shakur a runner. Yes, I saw that. I just saw that recently. Here we go. Zhang Weili versus Carlos Esparza. Zhang Weili wearing red. Carlos Esparza wearing black. A nice right hand over the top lands for Carla Esparza. And here we go. I got to raise the seat a little bit. There we go. Carla Esparza being patient on the outside. Nice right hand down the middle. Carla Esparza switching it up here. Trying to close the distance. Inside leg kick lands again for Zhang Weili. Need some more water. Nice jab down the middle lands for Zhang Weili. Here we go. Calling with the jab is Zhang. Carla level changing, maybe hinting at a takedown. Circles to her left. Inside leg kick lands for Weili. Right hand over the top, misses for Carla Esparza. Left hook to the body, misses for Esparza as well. She throws a 2-punch combination. Zhang being very patient, walking forward. Zhang trying to walk her down a bit. Left kick to the body, lands for Weili. Weili walking forward. Esparza using a lot of lateral movement. Nice straight jab down the middle, lands for Weili. Inside leg kick again for Weili. Head kick thrown by Weili, just misses. Blocked by Carla Esparza. Inside leg kick again for Weili. Now starting to let her hands go. Head kick again for Weili. Straight right hand to the body for Weili. Carla not responding so much as of yet. Hesitant to let her hands go now after Weili timed her quite a bit here in the last few seconds. Carla throws a right hook over the top, just misses. Inside leg kick again for Zhang. Weili walking forward. Circling to her left is Carla. Zhang Weili backing off just a bit. Inside leg kick lands for Zhang. Big right hand over the top. Head kick lands for Zhang. Another head kick for Weili. But now the takedown attempt for Carla Esparza. Trying to attack the back is Weili. She gets taken down. Right elbows to the head. But Carla lands on top. Weili out of a scramble. Now she's on the back of Carla. Weili on the back of Carla out of an exchange. Now she's in top mount. Carla doing a great job of scrambling. She lands up on top. And now Weili is in full guard on the bottom. Right elbows to the head lands for Carla. Carla very poised in that whole scramble. 90 seconds to go left in the round. This is where Weili has to be careful. She's on the bottom. Carla Esparza on top, where she wants to be. Nice straight jab lands for Esparza, but Zhang gets back to her feet and lands a right hand. Zhang Weili walks forward. Both back on their feet, under a minute left. We have ourselves an exciting fight. Takedown attempt for Carla, but doesn't get it. Left hook to the body for Zhang, just misses. Left kick to the body lands for Zhang Weili. Nice strikes to the head for Weili. Carla trying to sell out for a takedown. Doesn't get it. Beautiful work by Zhang Weili. Lands up on top. Zhang Weili on top of Carla Esparza. Zhang Weili in half guard on top. Nice strong right elbow to the head for Weili. Another right elbow. 17 seconds. Esparza trying to withstand here. Zhang Weili still on top. Armbar attempt for Esparza. Doesn't quite get it. Zhang gets away. Round number 1 is over, ladies and gentlemen. Good fight. Good fight so far. Good fight so far. We have ourselves an entertaining fight. Someone is definitely going to sleep in that. You think so, Eclipse? I think if anybody's going to go to sleep, it'll be Caleb. I don't think Caleb could put Benavidez asleep. It's just like, I think Benavidez is durable enough. And his output just scares me for Caleb. But if Caleb pulls it off, WBC gave us all those bangers because they screwed us out of an undisputed light heavyweight fight. Tank will slap the mascara off Ryan's face as Eclipse and put him in a coma. If Zhang can single leg a 290-pound monster, I don't think she has to worry about Esparza's wrestling, says Beta. Yo, that was crazy, right? That she actually picked him up. Let's go China, says Gregory. I remember when I was high on Ryan, but now I don't even know. I used to be high on Ryan too, Plugs. I'll admit. I hate to admit that. Round number 2 will be underway shortly, guys. What a round. Guys, thank you for all the donations, guys. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the love. Truly, truly appreciate it. Round number 2 is on. Now, here we go. Good first round. Close first round. I gave it to Zhang Weili, though. I have it 1-0. But Esparza showed some good moments there. Zhang Weili, inside leg kick. Esparza circling to her left. Nice jab down the middle for Zhang Weili. Right hand landed flush for Weili again. Left kick to the body. Front kick landed for Weili. Takedown attempt for Carla Esparza. Weili looking great with her grappling exchanges. Zhang Weili trying to get to the back. Going for a choke here under the neck. Has a crucifix. But Carla doing a great job of fighting that left hand of Zhang Weili. Now she's digging for under the neck. And Carla taps. Zhang Weili gets a submission win against Carla Esparza. Just like that, it's over, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Zhang Weili gets the job done. Guys, I am extremely, extremely thirsty. I'm just going to go get some water. I'll be right back. What a performance by Zhang Weili. Gets a submission in the second round. We're hot, guys. We're hot. We have one more fight to get right. Let's see if we pull it off. We have one more fight. And New says plugs. Let's go. Hey, you have some respect. Those cool. A fighter can't really die. Come on, y'all. Says Killer. China Trump voice says Dustin. I think Killer will win the early rounds, but then get stopped. And yeah, that could very well happen. Plugs. Told you 2-0 choosing Pereira next. This is where we diverge a little bit. LP. Congratulations, Zhang. Yeah, congratulations to Zhang. Great card. More entertaining maybe than UFC 280. I don't know. I'm gonna get some water, ladies and gentlemen. And then we'll be going to the main event of Adesanya versus Alex Pereira. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Real quick, I'll look at the votes here. We're at 37 votes. Israel Adesanya, 70%. Alex Pereira, 30%. If you haven't already hit the thumbs up, I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. We got ourselves some H2O. It feels great. It feels great. Up next will be the main event, ladies and gentlemen. I truly can't wait for this. Let's get it. Let's make it happen, guys. Appreciate you guys being here. Beta says, I'm going Izzy. Give us your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Agreed, Tommy. Zhang is an exciting fighter to watch. Yeah, she's what's best for the division, it seems like, as far as entertainment value-wise. She, like, it's not going to be a boring fight because of her. It's not going to be on her that a fight will be boring or slow-paced. She's trying to attack. She's trying to put on a performance. You could tell she cares about the fans as far as like what she does and how she performs. And that was beautiful to watch. Also too, her wrestling. Those scrambles against Carla Esparza. Not a lot of people do that against Esparza. Like, they don't want to really go to the ground with her. Zhang was willing to not only defend the takedowns, but be offensive, like threaten some submissions to kind of get out of takedowns and maybe even attack the back, which was impressive to me. Zhang Weili, her right now maybe beats Rose Namajunas if they fight again, and maybe anybody else in the division. We shall see. Amanda Lemos, Jessica Andrade is still out there. Marina Rodriguez after the loss is kind of tough, but there's some fights that could be made in the strawweight division for Zhang Weili. I knew she was going to be strong, says Carla Esparza. I'm going Izzy, says Beta. UC O'Malley called for an interim belt fight against Vera. I would love to see that. If I could pick any fight in the bantamweight division that I want to see happen, I'd rather watch O'Malley versus Cheeto than Aljamain Sterling versus Cejudo, even though that's a good fight to make. What were the other fights that I was thinking about for the bantamweight division? Piotr Jan versus really anybody. Piotr Jan, maybe T. Dillashaw maybe versus Piotr Jan is a possibility. Murad Dvalishvili, nobody's even talking about him, and he's the number 2 ranked fighter in the division. If you could give me any bantamweight fight on paper right now that I want to see, it's Chito Vera versus Sean O'Malley. I think that's the fight to make. I think the fans want that. With the question marks left on that fight because of the way that Chito Vera won, it'll be quite interesting what they do in that division. I think Thug Rose would fight Zhang again, says Steve Williams. But after the rematch with Esparza, I really thought Carla would come through. The way that Zhang is looking with her takedown defense, as said earlier and all that, I think she beats Rose Namajunas right now. Rose had a really boring fight against Esparza too, which is crazy. But you weren't alone in that mindset, Steve. A couple people felt the exact way you feel as far as Carla Esparza maybe getting the job done tonight. Beta says Zhang is going to want her get back from Thug Rose. Listen, they might make it happen. What is she, 0-2? The head kick for the one time, and then the decision that was actually pretty close. Why is chat on my phone so delayed is weird. I have no idea, man. YouTube be doing me dirty sometimes. Maybe some of the Cejudo training paid off. She looked great. As soon as they will go for a single leg, she would. I remember doing wrestling as well too. Like someone goes for that single leg, a great way to defend is kind of to turn around, grab the heel of your opponent, and kind of use that as leverage to kind of turn towards your opponent. And she did that quite beautifully against Rose. Against Carla Esparza. Main event time plugs. I can't wait. Who you got, Izzy or Alex? I have Izzy. Cole 617. Welcome to the stream. Absolutely. Cejudo's no joke. His training paid off. She fights differently now. She's very confident on the ground. It's beautiful to see. Beautiful to see. Does that make Cejudo the best trainer in the UFC now? That's 3 champs. Listen, he's going to have a job for years to come, even if he doesn't fight anymore, even if he doesn't get the title fight. It looked like, from what Dana White was saying and what others were saying, that Cejudo was going to get that title fight. But Sterling shows no interest in that fight. It almost seems like he doesn't want that fight at all. Sean O'Malley seems he doesn't want that fight. Chito Vera, speaking of Henry Cejudo, like nobody seems to want that Cejudo fight or cares for him. It's crazy. Are they scared of him, or they just don't think it's that good of a fight to make on paper, like doesn't benefit them? Do you think Sean is underrated? Bro isn't even a fighter like how these guys are. They've been fighting their whole lives. It seems like Sean does it for fun, and he started very late compared to the rest. I underrated Sean O'Malley, where I didn't think he would be as durable as he was against Piotr Jan. So he did impress me in that fight where I think he belongs. And that's what people were saying a lot, right? He belongs after the Piotr Jan fight, and deservedly so. He does belong in the top of that bantamweight division. To be ranked number 13, the number 12, to go against the number 1 ranked fighter and make it close. And he did win, right? But in my opinion, I had a 2-1 Jan. But to make it close, he deserves all the credit. So yeah, maybe he is underrated. You're responding to comments before I see them? That's weird on you. That's so weird, man. I'm so sorry about that. I have no idea why that happens. I stream on Streamlabs. I don't know, like I use Streamlabs for YouTube. Maybe I have to switch to StreamYard or something. I don't know. I want Alex, but I could see Izzy with her later on. I might try StreamYard or something else, see if that does better for me. Epic. Been waiting for this. Let's go. Israel Adesanya says Deacon. Let's go, Deacon. That man is made of mahogany. LO Alex KO Izzy says Dustin. Dustin, thank you for being here, man. Thank you for hanging out. I see a couple new names in the building. Hiri Davidson and now Zhang Weili. Hiri, the way he stole that submission at the end is crazy too. Davidson, he might beat Brandon Moreno if they ever fight again. I don't know. I'm with you. Dustin says LP. Whole fight not boring. I don't think it can be. I mean, if Adesanya proves me wrong, then man, he deserves all the I'm never ordering Adesanya pay-per-view again. So we'll see. Yair versus Emmett is official for the. That's a good fight. Josh Emmett looks quite scary. And Yair Rodriguez, I had him winning. I picked him over Ortega and he won that fight. I don't know. It's amusing, says Borracho. Alex will force Israel to fight. Yes, I agree. Alex, look, I picked Adesanya. I'm 5-1 tonight, but Alex looks like if he just touches your chin with any part of his hand, it's gonna hurt. You know what I mean? It's tough, man. Wait, my boy that has, real quick, guys, his ticket was, I think he's on Dan Hooker, Chris Gutierrez, Dustin Poirier, Zhang Weili. All he needs is Alex Pereira to hit. Wow. All you need is Pereira, I'm sorry. Wow. That's crazy. Marcel in the building. What's up, bro? What you missed? You missed Dustin Poirier getting a 3rd round rear naked choke. You missed Zhang Weili getting a 2nd round submission as well too. You missed Frankie Edgar getting knocked out in the 1st round by Chris Gutierrez. I'm missing a fight. You missed Dan Hooker getting a 2nd round TKO, I think it was. And did I get all of them there? Frankie Edgar getting knocked out, Dan Hooker, Dustin Poirier. No, I told you it all. And Adesanya versus Pereira will be up next. The 349 from New Zealand from Bobby Horowitz. Just driving by to show some love. Let's go, Izzy. Bobby, thank you so much, my guy. Appreciate you. You say, let's go, Izzy. I have him winning as well, too. We're about to find out. 5-1 tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Once again, thank you so much, Bobby. Pereira says our car. Hey, this is a random question, but what kind of microphone do you use? This is a Shure. Is there a USB mic? It is a Shure. Play right now. MB7. So M as in MillerDC, V as in Victor, 7. I like this mic. I need to get an interface for it, which I don't have. But I wanted to get the SM7B, which is like the most famous Shure mic, but then you need an interface and all that, and I didn't have one, so I'm glad I went with this USB mic, and it has done me quite well. The 5 from Marcel. Thank you so much, Marcel. Donations coming in hot. Let's go, Marcel. Thank you so much, man. You guys have been killing it today. Thank you so much. Let's go, Steve. Gravedigger walkout for sure, says Deacon. Does Israel do the Gravedigger walkout? Let's see what he does as the walkout. He's been getting criticized for having good walkouts and not great performances. We shall see. 5-1 Miller is back. Who was the one? Frankie Edgar. Frankie Edgar, bro. I don't know why. Maybe I went with my heart there again. Yeah, I've been hot today, man. Super hot. Trey already owes me what? Trey already owes me 20. Let me see if he hit my cash app real quick. Probably not. Let me see. No, my cash app is silent. Trey has not paid me yet. But we're betting on this Adesanya Pereira fight, so maybe that's why. The wife is texting me to bring some water. Bro, we went fishing today, man. My real quick, guys, we're about to get to the main event, Pereira versus Adesanya. Let me just give you a quick history of how a quick story of how the day went. But 71 votes, Adesanya 68%, Pereira 32%. You guys voted. Guys, vote if you haven't already. Also, let me know where you guys are from. We do this every stream. Where are you guys from? Rep your city, rep your hood. Let me know where you're from. I went fishing today. The wife wasn't supposed to go. I went like close to home. There's a nice little lake. I have a little kayak or whatever. I go. The daughter's not staying still at home, and like she doesn't want me to leave, so I didn't plan. It's Saturday. I didn't plan to be home because usually I'm out the door before my daughter wakes up. Anyways, I wake up, guys. If you're a father, you might know. I wake up and she doesn't want to let me go, and she doesn't usually do this. And I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. I felt bad. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't go. This is her right here. Outside. We had a freaking blast. Can I go to my story on my own page? Yeah, there we go. Look. This is me and her on the kayak. My wife actually caught this fish. Anyway, she came right as soon as she gets there. She's like, home. She was terrified of the water. And, you know, the wife was like, I'm going to just leave. You know, she's terrified. Richard Lopez, welcome to the stream. What's up, my guy? You came in at a time where I usually don't share stories, but I'm sharing a quick story before the main event. I could update you on exactly what happened if you don't know as of yet, but crazy night so far. Anyways, she goes home. She repeats it. She wants to go home. I try to win her way. I get a little rock. I start throwing a rock. Look, you can throw a rock in the water. Next thing, she goes boat. Like, cause I have a kayak. She calls it boat, and I'm like, you want to go? She goes, yeah. And I'm like, me and the wife are shocked. We're like, okay, we're gonna put her life jacket. She's not gonna want to get in. Put her life jacket. I sit her down. I'm like, she's gonna start crying any second now. She doesn't cry. I put her on my lap. It's a pedaled kayak. I start pedaling, and I think she's going to get scared. And I slow down. This girl goes more. She wanted me to go faster on the kayak. And it's uncomfortable. I have her on my lap trying to pedal at the same time. My legs are tired. And she's like, more. She wants me to go deeper and deeper into the water. I was so shocked. I thought she was going to be terrified because she's scared of like the water and stuff. Even in bath time, she sometimes doesn't want to get in because like, I don't know, she sees the water splash certain ways. Anyways, had a blast, guys. Had a blast. Hopefully I could do more stuff like that with the daughter. Unfortunately, where I live in PA, is going to start getting really cold soon. So maybe not much more in the future, but as far as this year, but maybe in the spring. But it was a lot of fun. Let me know what you guys do for fun in this, wherever you guys live. But Trey been awful silent since his boy tapped. He's been quiet. He's only going to talk if Pereira wins. If Pereira loses, I don't think we'll hear from him until Monday when it's showtime. That's a bet with the heart, Bobby. Yes, Bobby. It hurts. It hurts. But thank you, bro. I make music and I like how clean your mic sounds. Yeah, for sure, man. It's a good mic. It's a USB mic too. I would recommend it. I'm 2-0. I didn't pick anything for the first two, says Borracho. Let's go. Who do you have for this one again, Borracho? You have Adesanya, I believe. I could be wrong. Laughing my ass off. Trey in the shower, sitting down with his clothes on, debating that Cash App says killer. Just got off work so far. I know Poirier sub Chandler. Exactly. Round number 3. Chandler had a really close first round where he was hurting. He was hurting Dustin Poirier. I thought he might even get the knockout, but luckily Poirier stayed strong in there. Stayed strong there, looked poised, and got the job done. I do horrible. Richard Lopez, I see that you're in here, and it made me think, oh my God, I didn't share this like I usually do, and I'm supposed to, which is horrible. Like on Instagram, let people know I'm live, but let's see if we get a couple people in here now real quick. Oh man, this is a horrible. There we go. Let's see. Bang. Then put a link, and then we're done, guys. Guys, let me know your prediction for today's main event fight. Is about to be underway shortly. It's about to go down. Here we go. Just got off work. Yep. If Pereira wins and he calls in, just hang up on the bum like he signs off the show. I got you. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. The $80. Steve Williams, come on, man. You don't have to do this, bro. You donated a freaking $100 today. Come on, man. Maybe, I think more than that, actually. No way you just donated $80 after 20 earlier. This guy's insane. Guys, show Steve Williams some love, please. Says, let's go. Checking in from Gilroy, California. I got Israel tonight by KO in the 4th or 5th. I'm worried Alex is dangerous. I feel you on that, Steve. Best commentary on YouTube. Keep up the great work, my brother. A little donation for your beautiful family. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Listen, let me be quite honest with you. No sob stories over here, but listen, YouTube is a grind. And when you guys support me the way that you guys have been today, look, the $80 from Steve, Marcel with the 5, Bobby Horowitz with the 350, Zelme becoming a member for 12 months, LP with the 20, Hito with the 20, Journey Bunch with the 5, Snipey always showing love with the 10, Steve Williams with the 20, Hito with the 10 before that. Like, man, the list goes on. It motivates a brother to keep going, man. It really puts a battery on your back. Thank you so much, Steve. Will truly appreciate it more than you would ever know. I hope Pereira will beat the most boring UFC champion of all time, says Marcel. A lot of people, listen, I have Adesanya winning, but I would be excited to see Pereira win. I think that's fair to say. Is it best for the division? Possibly so. Just the same way. I like using the Edwards example because if Usman won, he was lapping the division. It's good to see new champions sometime. And Adesanya has been a reigning champion for a while. Shout out to Steve, Alabama by way of LA. Let's go. Has the fight started, bro? Thanks for your help. It's about to soon, Timothy. Respect the hustle. Up late recorders. Welcome to the stream, man. Me and Cali, San Diego. Let's go. Cali's in the building. Let's get it, guys. Main event will be up next. Israel Adesanya, UFC middleweight champion, number 2 ranked male pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Longest active win streak in UFC middleweight division with 12. Second most knockouts in UFC middleweight history with 12. Is the champion, Israel Adesanya. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Truly can't wait. Adesanya versus Pereira up in a matter of minutes. Let's go. Putting that on the Twitter real quick. Who do you think would win, Prime Jones or Izzy? Prime Jones. And I feel strongly about that. Izzy by sub, says Richard Lopez. I have it by 5th round TKO. You say sub what round, Richard? I would love to hear why. Who won the Carla versus Weili fight? Zhang Weili gets a submission in the 2nd round, Carson. Crazy outcome, Carson. Crazy outcome. Zhang's wrestling looks amazing. Cejudo's doing great work with her. When you get a chance, watch that fight. It shows how much Zhang Weili has improved, Carson, if you didn't get to catch it. Great fight. Like the video, fans. Thank you so much. Uplight. Just a live commentary. AP in 3. If not, then Izzy should win, but AP has that puncher's chance. So let's see what happens. Did Boracho answer me earlier? Boracho, I forget your prediction, so please let me know. You got Izzy. There you go. Never mind. I scrolled back. Let's get it. I got Izzy as well. If we see Izzy play ground, go for a sub, we know he's scared to stay on his. It's a good point, Killer. But I think it benefits him to maybe attempt a takedown or, level change towards a takedown, feint, act like he's going to take one in order to maybe keep Alex Pereira guessing. We shall see. Izzy sub 4th round, says Rich. Let's go. Listen, we're about to find out. Mark Goddard, being the referee, has reffed a good amount of fights and title fights as well, too. Every time I think of Mark Goddard, I think of that Colby Covington-Usman fight. I want Alex to win just because it'll make the division more interesting. I feel you on that. I have Izzy winning, but listen, if Alex wins, that's good for the UFC. It's going to be an upset fight and news, says Gregory. We shall see. Let's go. We got Alabama in the building, Cali in the building. Let me know where else you guys are from. The $80 from Steve was just crazy. Thank you, Steve, once again, man. Jeez, that's insane. That's insane. Alex and Israel have similar style. Yes, they're both kickboxers. They fought each other before twice. Pereira winning both of them. The first one was controversial, looked pretty close. The second one was a knockout for Pereira, even though Adesanya hurt him first to a standing 8 count. I got Alex F. Go for it. Wait. My chat is going slow too. Cole says, "Effort, go for the underdog." Says Cole. I mean, we shall see what happens shortly, Cole. We shall see, my guy. Yeah, true, he might win, but it'd be weird to see Izzy play ground more, and I don't think it would be a strategy, more coincidence considering who this fighter is and what he's done exactly. And listen, Pereira's jiu-jitsu might not be bad. He trains with Glover Teixeira up in Connecticut. I think the wife texted me. Let's see what she says real quick. $80. That's just insane. That's just insane. Is it me or are you extra loud today? I think you might have woken Isla up. Says wife. I'm gonna tell her I'm extra loud today. And then put a sad face. Sorry, wife. I love you if you hear me out there. My boy said, let's go. If he hits well, how much does he win? Real quick, guys. My boy got a parlay that if this fight hits, it'll be a 5-fight, I think, parlay. Let me see. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is a plus 1498. Enter wager amount. I don't know how much he entered, but geez. Let's see if he gets it. Let's see if he gets it. Wasn't Alex the only one to knock out Izzy? Yes. You gotta get you some soundproofing, little big homie. Me, right? Like you could hear the room sometimes. Beta. Is that what you're telling me? I'm in a basement, and the basement's pretty big, so I don't know. I'm thinking about just putting like a huge blanket back there, like, because that helps the sound. Let me know if that's what you're talking about. Like you hear, like you can kind of hear, like, I don't know, the room, if that makes sense. Guys, round number 1 is about to be on the way shortly. Miller, you're gonna watch the World Cup? I honestly don't follow soccer, but I love watching the World Cup. But I don't follow like MLS or anything like that. So if you name players and stuff, I'm just gonna be like at a loss for words. But what teams are you excited to watch? Here we go, guys. Round number 1. Flying kick thrown by Pereira already. Round number 1 of a scheduled 5. Alex Pereira versus Israel Adesanya. The moment has finally come. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Number 1 commentary channel on YouTube. Already throwing the outside leg kicks is Adesanya. Outside leg kick thrown by Pereira. Pereira standing tall, being patient. Inside leg kick lands for Adesanya. I think Adesanya is like an inch taller, even though he doesn't look like it. Like, like Pereira looks just so massive next to Adesanya. Pereira being very patient. Walking forward is Adesanya. Outside leg kick lands for Pereira. Adesanya keeps walking forward, quick on his feet. Another outside leg kick lands for Alex Pereira. Jab thrown upstairs for Adesanya. That just misses. Pereira walking forward. Jab thrown by Adesanya. Just misses. Straight right hand thrown by Adesanya. That misses as well. But he lands an outside leg kick. Jab to the body lands for Adesanya. Outside leg kick again lands for Pereira. Head kick thrown by Pereira. Just misses. But he's putting some money in the bank with those outside leg kicks that are landing for Alex. Adesanya walking forward. Inside leg kick thrown by Adesanya. Just misses. A lot of leg kicks thrown so far in this first round between Adesanya and Pereira. Not much strikes landed upstairs to the head. Left kick to the body lands partially for Adesanya. Question mark kick. Somebody brought it up. I think it was Steve. Thrown by Adesanya. Just misses. Nice strong counter jab lands for Adesanya. Straight right hand down the middle lands for Adesanya. Beautifully timed for Israel. Izzy being patient, walking forward. Alex Pereira circling to his left a bit. Pereira walking forward. A lot of reacting to the feints from Adesanya is Pereira after getting caught with that straight right hand. Left hook thrown by Pereira, just missing. Feinting with the jab is Adesanya. Left hook thrown by Pereira, just missing again. Throws 2 left hooks, but misses wide. Head kick thrown by Pereira, just missing. Straight left down the middle, just misses for Adesanya. But Alex keeps walking forward, being the stalker. Head kick thrown by Adesanya, that misses. Inside leg kick does land for Israel Adesanya. Pereira keeps walking forward, throws a jab to the body, misses as well too, having a tough time finding the target. Head kick thrown by Adesanya, that was blocked by Alex. Jab upstairs thrown by Adesanya, that misses. Low pace fight so far, both fighters filling each other out, not quite letting their hands go as much. Head kick partially lands for Pereira. Outside leg kick lands again for Adesanya. Gets a reaction out of Pereira. Left kick to the body lands flush for Adesanya. Adesanya walks forward. Straight right hand thrown by Alex, just missing. Right kick to the body lands for Alex. And he keeps walking forward. Outside leg kick lands for Adesanya. Strong jab thrown by Adesanya, this time missing. Circling to his right is Adesanya. Double jab thrown by Adesanya, just missing. Pereira walking forward. Both fighters still filling each other out. Not letting their hands go often. More a lot of nice right kick to the body. Left hook partially lands for Pereira. Flying left knee thrown by Pereira, that just misses. Jab thrown by Adesanya, that misses. Pereira walking forward, left hook upstairs again for Pereira, partially lands. Maybe a takedown here attempt for Adesanya. Good body lock, but Pereira does a good job of circling towards Alex. Right knee to the body for Pereira. I don't know if this is where Adesanya wants to be much, but he does have double unders. Alex back against the cage. Is he deciding to clinch with Pereira here? Alex back against the cage. Jab thrown by Adesanya, that just misses. 4 seconds left. Jab, overhand right, lands for, and a punch lands at the end of the round. But Adesanya hurt Pereira in the closing seconds. A punch landed late there. Pereira wobbly on his feet at the end of the first round. A punch landed late, but he got rocked. Round number 2 will be underway shortly. It was going well for Pereira until he got caught at the end there. Israel's losing, take my word, says T-Series. Let's go, Izzy, says Rich. I meant for your little girl. Oh, got you, because these fights are so late at night. I know, I'm getting loud as hell. It was an overhand right that landed right on the ear of Alex. Right on the ear. And he landed a left hook at the end of when the round should have been over. Let's see. Oh, it was right at the, it might have not been late. The left hook was after the buzzer though. Here we go, round number 2, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't already, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. If you have a #1 commentary channel on YouTube, here we go. Live shows every Mondays, Twitch streams every Thursdays. Left front kick to the body lands for Adesanya. Alex Pereira walking forward. Strong jab thrown by Adesanya, just missing. Inside leg kick lands flush for Adesanya. Jab upstairs lands for Adesanya, flush. Left hook again lands for Adesanya. Left hook to the body lands for Pereira. Spinning back kick thrown by Pereira, just missing. Short elbow thrown by Adesanya, but this time doesn't land. Outside leg kick now checked by Pereira. Left hook partially lands for Pereira, but he gets caught with a jab. Overhand right thrown by Adesanya, just missing. Adesanya backing off, back against the cage, circles to his right. Pereira stalking him. Jab upstairs, lands for Pereira. Left hook partially lands for Pereira. He's starting to close the distance here. Jab upstairs thrown by Adesanya, this time missing. Jab lands to the head again for Adesanya here. Pereira walking forward. Pereira walking forward. Still trying to close the distance. Left straight again for Adesanya. Left straight, thrown by Adesanya. This time again, missing. Pereira keeps walking forward. Head kick thrown by Adesanya, missing again. But he lands another jab to the head of Pereira. Alex keeps walking forward. Jab lands flush for Pereira. That backs off Adesanya. That landed flush. Got a reaction from Adesanya. Jab to the head again for Pereira. Left hook partially lands. Right hook to the body for Pereira. And he has Adesanya against the cage. Left elbow near the head of Adesanya. Now Adesanya has a deep right on the hook. Alex back against the cage. 2 minutes and 35 seconds left on the clock. Fighting out of the clinch is Adesanya. Going for a takedown here is Adesanya. Is he going to a single leg? Almost gets it. Lets it go. Level change and committed to that. Almost had it. It's just Alex is so strong. Joe Rogan brings up a great point. We've never seen Pereira do 5 rounds. Left elbow partially lands for Alex. Overhand right lands flush for Adesanya. But Alex keeps walking forward. Alex walking forward, trying to feint. Strong jab thrown by Adesanya, this time missing. Beautiful slip of a jab does Adesanya. Jab lands for Pereira, but he gets caught with a 1-2. But he keeps walking forward. Jab lands again for Alex. Jab again for Alex. Gets a reaction from Adesanya. Jab again for Alex. Beautiful 3 consecutive jabs landed for Alex Pereira. And he thinks he found a home for that. If I'm Alex, I keep throwing that jab. That's the toughest punch to defend. A straight punch. Left hook partially lands again for Alex. Alex back against the cage again. That's one of the hardest punches to time. Alex, instead of throwing that looping left hook, found a home for that left jab. Let's see if he uses it more. His back against the cage. 1 minute and 5 seconds left on the clock. A right underhook for Israel Adesanya. I'll catch up with chat right after this, ladies and gentlemen. I am, Rich. I am doing that tomorrow. Make sure I catch up with the rest of chat, guys. Under 1 minute left. Israel has Alex Pereira against the cage. Short right hook to the head. An inside leg trip attempt for Adesanya. Doesn't quite get it. Adesanya trying to wrestle, and Poirier says he's expending a lot of energy. Head kick landed partially for Pereira. Adesanya backs off. Alex starting to gain momentum. Straight right hand partially for Alex. Overhand right lands for Adesanya. But Alex keeps walking forward. Going for a takedown is Alex. And he gets a takedown. Alex gets the takedown at the end of the round. You got to give him that round. After the jabs landed flush, and kind of like how my prediction went of how the fight was going to go, round number 2 is over. Close round. I have to edge it to Alex. First round, you got to edge it to Israel with stunning Pereira the way he did. Let's catch up with chat as best as we can, guys. Guys, stick around after the stream. We could hang out, talk, have questions, go have a back and forth. The jacket, it is getting hot. Pereira head so big you can't miss, says Virix. 1-0 says LP Izzy, you gotta go get you some drink carriers is for the walls for your little girl, says Beta. Wouldn't be surprised. That's a fact though, Beta. Wouldn't be surprised if Izzy KOs Alex. Laughing the 999 says, I'm gonna say this, it's finna be another Gastelum versus Adesanya fight. It looks like it. AP had them Bambi legs. He did. I think the main reason we're even seeing this fight is the major bag opportunity for the UFC. Absolutely, Killer. 1-1 says Steve Williams. 1-1 says Rambo. 1-1 says Richard. I agree with all you guys. Rhonda says the same thing. What's up, Rhonda? Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome to the stream. I remember all the OG names. Here we go, guys. Round number 3 of a scheduled 5. Adesanya walking forward. Jab lands for Adesanya. Jab thrown by Pereira, just missing. Pereira reacting to a lot of feints of Adesanya. Has to be careful with that. Let's see if Adesanya notices that and capitalizes. Adesanya being patient, backing off, using some lateral movement, circling to his left. Inside leg kick lands for Adesanya. Throws a head kick, question mark kick, just misses. Head kick thrown by Pereira. That just misses as well. Pereira has to use that jab more. That was working wonders for him. He has to kind of like push him towards the cage with that forward pressure and then start landing that jab, which he was doing. In the middle of the octagon, this is Adesanya's world. Jab lands flush and then overhand right for Adesanya. Jab lands for Pereira. Straight right hand to the body, partially lands for Adesanya. Straight right hand, partially lands for Pereira. Inside leg kick. Left hook, looping left hook thrown by Pereira. That misses, but a right knee to the body lands. Pereira walking forward. Left kick to the body lands. Outside leg trip. Adesanya gets a takedown. Pereira defending. Going towards the cage. Pereira trying to get back to his feet. On the back is Adesanya. Pereira has to be careful here. Pereira using the cage to get back to his feet. Adesanya drags him back down. Pereira's belly down. Adesanya attacking. Adesanya on top, on the back of Pereira. Pereira has to defend here. Adesanya trying to get back, trying to get Pereira back down, and he does so very well. Alex in turtle position still. Alex trying to defend, trying to stand up. Left hook to the head lands for Adesanya. Has one hook in. Is hot. Left hook to the head again for Adesanya. Controlling the wrist of Adesanya, the left wrist, and trying to use that and also propel himself back up. Left hook to the head again for Adesanya. Pereira defending. Adesanya still glued to his back. Gets another hook in. Has the left hook in. Alex Pereira still trying to get back to his feet. Trying to fight the hands of Adesanya. And Pereira looks like he's getting a bit tired here in this position. Adesanya's still on the back. And remember, a lot of people's arguments was, this is a MMA fight, not kickboxing. Will that play a factor? Right now in this third round, it sure is, with Adesanya on the back of Pereira with one hook. 2 minutes left on the clock. Pereira almost back to his feet. And he finally gets back to his feet, but Adesanya still has the body lock. And he drags Alex back down. Alex back on his feet. And Adesanya does a good job of dragging him to his feet. Going for a leg lock here is Pereira. But he abandoned the leg lock and he maybe shouldn't have done so. Alex Pereira on the bottom. Pereira looks very tired right now. Alex Pereira on the bottom in close guard. Adesanya on top. 1 minute and 5 seconds left. A lot of time. Nice short elbow from the bottom for Pereira. Good round so far here in the third for Israel Adesanya. Under 1 minute left. Left elbow to the head for Adesanya. Adesanya still on top. Short right elbow from the bottom again for Pereira. Underhook on the left side for Pereira. And the left hook to the head lands for Adesanya. Adesanya trying to get back to his feet. Pereira on the bottom still. Adesanya gets back to his feet. Trying to pass the guard here. 10 seconds left on the clock. Axe kick to the body landed flush for Adesanya. 3 seconds left. And round number 3 is over. Round number 3 is over, guys. We have ourselves a fight. You can't say this fight was boring for Adesanya versus Pereira, but that round was all Israel Adesanya in the 3rd. We'll be going to the 4th shortly. Yo, Bounce. Bounce is Corey Webb. If you get this win, you win a lot of money, bro. I don't know how much you put on it, but I know your plus was like, what? A plus 1,500? I'm pulling for you right now, bro. Bro, I told you if it's 10 toes, knuckles up, AP will murder him. Listen, he's having a tough time right now because it has become an MMA fight. I can see the fight reflected on your glasses. Let's go, Marcel. Hit the thumbs up. Show Miller some love. Yeah, hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Path for Truth in the building. Man, I miss the UFC era where they used to just duke it out for like 15 seconds, just straight face shots. Says Killer. 2-1 Israel. Agreed. Everybody that's saying 2-1 in the chat, you guys are 1,000% correct. If you haven't already, guys, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. Helps the channel out immensely. #1 commentary channel on YouTube. We'll be going to round number 4 shortly. We have ourselves a fight. Hit the thumbs up. Snipey in the building. My guy Snipey. Let's get it. Here we go. Round number 4 of a scheduled 5. I don't want to be sniffing. Nice jab. Landed flush for Adesanya. Outside leg kick for Adesanya. Feigning a lot is Adesanya. Alex standing tall. Being patient. Adesanya walking forward. Jab to the body thrown by Pereira. Just missing. Inside leg kick thrown by Adesanya. That misses. Backing off a bit is Pereira. Head kick thrown by Adesanya, this time missing. There's blood coming out of the ear of Pereira, and I wonder if that's messing up his equilibrium. Because he was stunned in that first round. Pereira walking forward. Nice leg kick lands for Adesanya here in the 4th round. Under 4 minutes left on the clock. Both fighters being very patient. If I'm Adesanya's team, I want to see him be a bit more aggressive. Nice strong jab lands for Adesanya because Pereira looks a bit winded. You don't want him to recover. Overhand right again for Israel Adesanya. Pereira walking forward. Left hook just misses for Pereira. Jab thrown by Alex. This is what he has to do. Get him close to the cage and then unload. Overhand right lands for Adesanya again. Left kick to the body for Pereira. Question mark kick thrown, but that misses for Adesanya. If Steve Williams gets the prediction right, it'll be insane. Adesanya being patient. Standing in the center. Alex backing off just a bit. I think he's really just trying to get his wind. Left kick to the body lands for Adesanya. Adesanya keeps walking forward. Left hook thrown by Adesanya. That misses. Jab to the body misses for Adesanya. Overhand right thrown for Adesanya. That misses. Outside leg kick lands for Adesanya. Adesanya is the one unloading. Alex being a bit hesitant here in the 4th round. A lot of time left in the fight, but Alex is going to have to get going if he wants to have a chance at this fight. Jab upstairs lands for Adesanya. Jab to the body for Adesanya again. Clearly winning this round. Pereira walking forward. Another level change. Trying to go for a takedown is Adesanya. Inside leg, a trip attempt for Adesanya. Doesn't get it. Pereira's back against the cage. Pereira's back against the cage. Left knee to the body lands for Pereira. Finally here, 1 minute and 45 seconds left on the clock. If you guys haven't already hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. #1 commentary channel on YouTube. Pereira's back against the cage. Deep right underhook for Israel Adesanya. Pereira's back still against the cage, ladies and gentlemen. Adesanya with a deep right underhook. Adesanya and Ngannou right now. Adesanya, Khabib. Big overhand right lands flush for Adesanya. Jab lands upstairs for Pereira. Now Pereira walking forward. Now he's starting. Another jab lands upstairs for Pereira. Straight left hook lands flush for Pereira. That backs off Adesanya. Left hook thrown by Pereira. That just misses. Body lock for Adesanya. Has a double underhooks. Can he work from here? Left knee to the body for Pereira. Takedown attempt for Adesanya. Doesn't get it. Pereira's back against the cage again. Level changing is Adesanya. Going for a takedown. Going for a single leg here is Adesanya. Pereira's back against the cage. Adesanya still trying to apply some pressure here. Has Pereira against the cage. Left hook lands for Pereira. 10 seconds left on the clock. 5 seconds left on the clock. Right hook lands for Pereira in the closing seconds. Round number 4 is over. We'll be going to round number 5. I think I had Adesanya winning that round as well, too. I have it 3-1 for Adesanya. How do you guys have it? You think Izzy has this one digital? I have it 3-1 Adesanya. Please, guys, let me know how you guys have it. Alex might just need to KO Izzy in order to win. Yeah, I agree. I can't breathe. Pereira is dangerous when he's losing. Let's hope Adesanya stays smart. I mean, he's winning so far. Steve Williams says Izzy can't be overzealous. He may get caught. Izzy still needs to pressure him and catch him with that head kick or strike. But the takedowns and underhooks are impressive by Izzy. 3-1 Izzy. I have it the same way, Steve Williams. I have it 3-1. A lot of you guys are saying the same. Man, I hope I hear and new. I don't know. I have it 3-1 going into the 5th. Pereira needs to win by knockout, maybe a 10-8 round here or something. He needs to look very impressive in this 5th round to win. He needs to look very impressive. Late, unfortunately, but here. What's up, Can't Sleep? Welcome to the stream. Last and final round, ladies and gentlemen. In my opinion, guys, if you're just tuning in, I believe Alex needs a knockout in order to win. I do believe that. We're going to round number 5. Could be anyone's fight, though, like you said, LP. You never know how the judges are scoring it. We've been wrong before, right? Adesanya has to run these next 5. Says Beta. Jab upstairs. Pereira. Left hook to the body, lands flush for Pereira. Right hook to the body for Pereira. Pereira walking forward. Outside leg kick lands for Pereira. Jab upstairs again for Pereira. Alex being the aggressor now. Knows he has just 1 round left. Jab to the body. Big right hand upstairs for Pereira. Pereira is tired, and I wonder how much power is still on those punches, though. Because he is landing, but he's not hurting Adesanya here in the 5th round, in my opinion. Twitch streams every Thursdays, guys. Make sure you guys follow on Twitch. Hit the thumbs up. If you haven't already, #1 commentary channel on YouTube. Adesanya has the body lock again. Alex Pereira does a good job fishing for the underhook, and he gets it. And they break away. Round number 5. Big leg kick, and Adesanya looked hurt. And he backs off. He checked the kick, but it might have hurt him. Jab to the body lands. Left hook to the body lands for Pereira. Pereira walking forward. Right elbow lands for Adesanya. Pereira walking forward. Adesanya near the cage. Adesanya backing off, throws a jab, just misses. Jab again upstairs for Adesanya, that lands. Jab upstairs for Pereira. Then a right hand lands partially for Pereira. Right uppercut lands for Pereira. Left hook upstairs, and Adesanya's hurt. Adesanya's hurt. Right hook to the head for Pereira. Adesanya's hurt. And he goes to the ground. Left hook upstairs. Right hook for Pereira. Adesanya's hurt. The ref stops it. It's over. Pereira, 5th round TKO win. Pereira gets the win. It might have been an early stoppage. I don't know. Pereira is the new champion. Bounce, if you're still here, how much did he win? Pereira's the new middleweight champion. Guys, keep it locked. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Amazing power. I don't know if it was an early stoppage. You guys let me know. We'll find out shortly, guys. Go follow on Twitch, guys, because we're going to be streaming there on Thursdays. We cover a lot of fights over there. It's a lot of fun. It's a different field over there, guys. Follow on Instagram. Follow on Twitter. Just putting all the socials. Wow, Pereira, 5th round TKO victory. Let's see. They're showing the replay right now. It was a jab that landed. I was saying, keep landing that jab. And he landed the jab straight. It was a right uppercut. Hurt Adesanya bit. Adesanya backed off. Left hook. Hurt Adesanya bad. Then a right hook. Hurt Adesanya. Left hook. Hurt Adesanya. Adesanya was almost out on his feet. Left hook. Right hook. Left hook. Left hook. Right hook. Good stoppage. I mean, he was still moving his head. He was still moving his head. I don't like the stoppage, personally. I don't understand these commentators. I don't mean to sound like a hater. I usually agree with them. The commentators said you could have stopped this a long time ago. No. Adesanya was still using a lot of head movement, still looking at the punches coming in. He probably would have got knocked out anyways, but they could have let it keep going. He slipped a punch, got caught with a right hook. Joe Rogan says it looked like he was gone. I think they could have let it keep going, but nonetheless, very well deserved for Pereira. Gets the job done. Wow, Pereira beats him 3 times, ladies and gentlemen. 3 times, and now on the biggest stage in the world after losing. In my opinion, he was losing that fight 3 rounds to 1. Finally, Trey shows up, even though people were talking about him. He's been hiding. I was 5-2 today. I was absolutely amazing. Yenny in the building. Let's go. Says he pulled the Leon Edwards. He did. Early stoppage. I thought it was a little bit early. He came. I thought it was a little bit early. He probably still would have got knocked out anyways. Izzy definitely deserves a rematch. Absolutely. He's going to be an immediate. I called it, bro. Says killer. Yo, I'm texting the guy that won. Adesanya looks like he's in good spirits. He could have let it keep going a little bit more, though, in my opinion. Y'all some bums, says Trey. He pulled in Edwards. Get this bummy mother out the league. Great fight, Eclipse. Great fight. Guys, keep it locked. And new, ladies and gentlemen, and new. Let's get it, guys. What a fight. I think this is the best thing that could have happened for the UFC. The best thing that could have happened for the UFC. Wow, what a fight. I'm tired of this immediate rematch stuff. It was close enough. Adesanya was leading the fight. I think he deserves it. I mean, who else would you give it to, though, Carson? You don't like the idea of an immediate rematch for Adesanya? Oh, my effing God. Says Drew. Crazy. I was 5-2 today, Drew. He didn't get KO'd brutally, though, Trey. Oh, Boracho, have a good day at work tomorrow. Sorry that that these fights are so late. Have a good night. Have a great day at work tomorrow. I know it's late, so much love. The interview now is underway. I'll tell you guys what he says. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Guys, keep it locked. #1 commentary channel on YouTube. What a crazy night. What a crazy night. Bye-bye, boring champ, says Marcel. Pereira pulled the Leon Edwards. He did. This has been one of the craziest years in UFC history with all the ups as Leon Edwards, now Alex Pereira. So what Dustin Poirier did to Michael Chandler. I feel so good. I've been training all my life. I worked so hard. It was written. I had to do a little bit of trash talking, but I had to get in his head to win this fight. This was a very good fight, says Joe Rogan. Wow, what a fight. I need to drink my pain away. Huncho season, welcome to the stream. I had Adesanya. I picked Adesanya to win. He loses. We'll see what happens as far as in the rematch. But just let me give you guys the commentary right now for what Alex says. He's still being interviewed, guys, as we speak. Keep it locked. Do we go to Twitch for the post-fight press conference and just hang out, watch the post-fight press conference over there? Well, I don't think we could watch it live, though. New Zealand, thanks, MillerDC, for the best commentary to deliver such devastating outcome. Crazy, Barney, crazy. Alex the Terminator says slow riding. What a fight. What a fight. 1 second. Who would have expected that, ladies and gentlemen? I'm ready for the next, he says. Joe Rogan's still interviewing him. This is your only 5th MMA fight. Congratulations, says Joe Rogan, on becoming the new UFC champion. Glover Teixeira in there with him. Muito obrigado. That means thank you. Let's see what else he says. Something about for always. Give me 1 second. What a fight, ladies and gentlemen. Talk to me, guys. Did you guys see that coming? What was the votes on this? You guys had 67% Adesanya winning, so like 2/3. 33% for Alex Pereira. The new UFC middleweight champion of the world, Alex Pereira. What a fight. Trey, I know you were scared. I know you were scared. I know you were scared because Adesanya was winning that fight convincingly. I'm out to homies. Great commentary, Millie. Cali love to you all. Snipey, thank you for always supporting and always showing your love. Snipey, you're one of the day ones. Thank you so much. What a fight. He went out and got the job done, says Daniel Cormier. I wonder what Dana's going to say. I can't wait for the post-fight press conference. Potan, crazy for that. Bro, Rich, I thought he was losing 3-1. I believe you had the same scorecard as me. CKB went 2-2 plugs. They almost went 3-1. Another 10 Miller has to send my way. Is that what I got to send your way? Adesanya had the match won, but it happens. He had the match won, Huncho. All he had to do was survive at that last round, in my opinion. And honestly, now with that experience that Alex has gained, it might be a tougher fight for him the second time around in the UFC. I think that's fair. I think right now, I don't know if this is recency bias. You guys tell me. After winning like that, when Alex was losing the fight and he catches him at the end, maybe now, come rematch time, maybe he does it in more convincing fashion. You guys tell me. John takes out Francis. That's not happening, says Huncho. Indo power punch. Do you think Alex beats Whitaker? That's a great question. I don't know. Maybe not. I think Whitaker maybe takes him to the ground a lot of times. I don't know. Stylistically, that could be a tough fight for Pereira. If Trey calls, I'm leaving. Deacon, I don't blame you. He says if Trey calls, I'm leaving. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Deacon is a savage. Auto rematch. I think they have a rematch clause. I think they're definitely going to fight immediately. Guys, thank you for all the support. Oh my God, what a day. What a day, ladies and gentlemen. Izzy Law's auto rematch. Whitaker will mix it up more than Adesanya did. Yeah, and that's why I might have to pick Whitaker in that fight. I think that's a tough fight for Pereira. I think what will happen next, so Adesanya will run it back. Adesanya was in good spirits, and that I give him credit for. Gotta give him credit. Anderson Silva won it in 2 fights. As far as who won it the fastest, but besides that, was Pereira one of the fastest to get the title? Brock Lesnar's probably the quickest, him, Anderson Silva. Then maybe Pereira, you got to put him on their wow and new UFC 281. Can you believe that, ladies and gentlemen? What are your guys' thoughts on the whole card? Let's quickly run through it. Let's have a good chat. Maybe we'll accept some live callers. Let's see, guys. We go here. Dan Hooker, decent performance. That body kick just hurt Puelles. Chris Gutierrez, that knee to the head. I think it was a left knee to the head. Landed on Frankie Edgar. It's a tough way for Frankie Edgar to go out, but all credit to him. Great career. Dustin Poirier, that might have been fight of the night. Now, Dustin Poirier, he looked like he was almost out in the first round. It almost looked like he was out in the first round. Chandler landed some big overhand rights, very durable. I told people if Poirier withstands the early onslaught He has a great chance to win and will win. I picked Poirier. He gets the job done in the third round, rear naked choke. The whole fingers in the mouth by Chandler was absolutely ridiculous. We'll talk about that, but that was crazy. Carlos Esparza right here and Zhang Weili. Zhang Weili is a whole new fighter. I'll pick her right now to beat Rose Namajunas or anyone in the strawweight division because whatever works Cejudo's doing with her is showing greatly. Her takedown defense, her submission attempts when people try to take her down is just phenomenal to watch. Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira, guys. The last fight, 5th round TKO for Pereira after Adesanya, in my book, was winning that fight 3 rounds to 1 going into the 5th. All he had to do was win that 5th round. Alex kept walking forward, getting him close to the cage until he was able. Then he, even in the early rounds, landed jabs, straight right hands, maybe here and there. Left hook, he was missing a little bit wide. I see you're calling me on Discord on my phone. Give me 1 second to open it up on my computer, and then I will call you, Trey. Give me 1 second if you hear me out there. But Adesanya just falls short a little bit. He loses to Pereira 3 times. What does this mean for Adesanya and his future, guys? Let's talk about it. Alex earned it. Izzy may have to go up a weight class, says Steve Williams. Alex earned it. Izzy may have to go up a weight class. I think he has trouble in that weight class. You saw what Jan Blachowicz did to him up there, Steve. You think Pereira, you think he just has his number? Has no chance against him? What do you think, Steve? It seems like that's what you might be saying. Like, listen, as long as Pereira holds it, maybe Adesanya doesn't get that title back. Alex should fight the winner of Costa versus Whitaker. Imagine that. And I think Whitaker's going to win that fight. Whitaker's just on another level. I'm going to go to bed. See you Wednesday. Woke up on the wrong side, so I guess that's why I'm 0-3. Monday, 999. And if you have Twitch, Thursday on Twitch. Twitter about to have a field day with this, says Huncho Season. I'm about to sit back and watch the riots happen. It's going to be crazy. I can't wait to watch. I'll call Trey in 1 second. Trey, if you hear me out there. You think they run it back even though it's 3-0? I think they immediately run it back unless Adesanya says he wants to take some time off. Where is the interview? The interview already happened for Pereira. They're going to do a post-fight press conference. We might do something on Twitch where we hang out over there. I don't know if people are interested in that, but that might be something fun to do. But you could follow the Twitch. That's where we've been doing a lot of boxing content as well too, Jesus. Izzy would have to gain a lot of muscle mass weight to move. Yeah, I don't think that's his best option, to be quite honest, Carson and Steve Williams. I think what Jan Blachowicz did to him, Hiri Prohashka would do and others, and it would just be a tough division for him. In my honest opinion. In my humble opinion. Let's call Trey real quick. Let's hear what this loser has to say. You know he's going to want to get some words off his chest. Let's see what he says. Vittori is calling out Izzy. No one wants that fight blockhead. Yeah, Vittori, stop it. Vittori is a weird case, to be quite honest. Trey is on the line.
Yeah, what I tell you?
And here we go.
As you can hear. I tell you? I sit there, I look everybody in the eyes every Monday, and I speak nothing but the truth.
What was your record today?
I'm the source.
What was your record today?
I'm the one who gets it done. I'm Mr. Intel. I told you this.
What was your record today?
Listen, I don't even know. Let me talk about this for a second. I told y'all, hey, rejoice, everybody. Rejoice. We made it. We made it through the worst part in belt history with this bum, this boring fighter, this cornball, horrible walkouts. People talk more about his walkouts than his fights. And we don't have to watch this bum ever again. We don't have to watch him carry the belt ever again. We don't have to see any gold around his waist, his little skinny, feminine-looking waist ever again. This bum is done. I told y'all, Alex Pereira was going to go in the ring, the octagon.
Just hang up, says Beta.
He was going to go in the octagon and dog this guy. It was going to be a brutal knockout.
It wasn't brutal.
It was brutal.
It wasn't brutal. It wasn't brutal at all.
His hands looked like a daggum pinball in a pinball machine.
It arguably was an early stoppage. Not saying it wouldn't have happened anyways. I agree it would have happened
now,
anyways.
Everything I've been saying for months,
Alex Pierre's going to go in the octagon. He's going to brutally knock this man out. And Israel Adesanya will never be champion again. Hey, sorry, Izzy. It's like a nightmare that just keeps getting worse. This is like lucid dreaming. You just keep having the same dream, and the same bully and the same monster keeps coming and attacking you, keeps coming to dog you down. And here he is once again, standing at your doorstep. You're standing there rattled, looking shook. And now you get knocked out like the freaking bum you are, you boring fighter, and we don't ever have to watch you again. Somebody get that man to the ER now.
He's not that badly hurt.
Get him to the ER. He didn't know where he was.
Hey,
he couldn't even stand up straight. He was rocking back and forth.
He wasn't that badly hurt. He wasn't that badly hurt.
Here I am, right? Once again, here I am, up $10 on Miller in total. We had $50 on the line tonight. I only got $10 on it.
What was the record today, if you want to share real quick?
So I want to say I got Dan Hooker wrong.
Right.
I got Zhang Weili right. I got Michael Chandler wrong. I got Alex Pereira right. And what was the other fight?
Frankie
Edgar. Yeah, I got Gutierrez right. So I'm looking pretty daggum good. 3-2.
Not as good as me, but that's
3-2. 3-2.
You were wrong. You were wrong about the Ryan Spann fight. So there's that.
Nobody cares about that freaking bum. Are we still listen? There's only one person
Dominic
worse than Ryan Spann in light heavyweight, and that's freaking bummy boy Dominic Ramirez in lightweight.
You picked Dominic Reyes. I'm just throwing that out there.
Or Dominic Reyes, yeah, that boy's a freaking bum. I mean, that's the only dude worse than Ryan Spann in that division. I can't he better not be allowed another fight in the UFC. I'm dead serious.
You know,
I can't watch this dude fight again. He sucks. Yuri has the Yuri has the knockout of the freaking year on his face, and then he comes back and he wants to do that. This guy's done. I'm so tired of watching him, and he's balding now.
You know what someone said in the chat? They said, you know what's brutal, Trey? That haircut and those shades.
Listen, that's how I know you're a dummy, because I wear a hat every time, you freaking bum. Shut your mouth before I text your mom
Izzy
tonight.
Everything right. Are you on the road? Izzy did everything right until the end. Have a good night, my brother. Trey is wilding right now, says Steve Williams. Steve, have a good night, man. Thank you for all the love today. Honestly, bro. That was absolutely crazy, bro. Steve, honestly. It means the world, bro. It means the world. Deacon says, I just checked. Dustin signed an 8-fight contract at the start of 2021, so he must only have a couple fights left. No? What do you think about his future? Interesting. Good question, Deacon. We'll talk about that shortly. Trey, anything else you want to say that is not quite important? Monday, I'm going to have a field day with you because I was mostly right. Adesanya, if he almost had the job done, man, it's you know.
That boy's a freaking bum. Listen, I'm so happy that we don't got to watch that freaking bummy boy, horrible walkout bummy boy. He
might never be champion again. He might never be champion again, Trey.
I told y'all for months I've been saying it. His kryptonite is here. His nightmare is still here.
Pereira's here, and even if Pereira loses the belt to someone like Whitaker could potentially beat Adesanya too. That last fight was really close. So Adesanya getting that title back is gonna be tough, to say the least.
No shots. Israel Adesanya will never be the same. He's spooked. I seen it as soon as they were in the stare downs in their weigh-ins, when he's swinging his arms, clapping his hands together. That bummy boy is shook. He's done. He will never be champion again. I told y'all. That's why y'all got to start listening to me. Y'all think I'm just on there blowing hot air, just talking, not doing nothing. I told y'all.
We have one good. Answer me this one last question, Trey. Carson asked this. This is a great question. Who would you give upset to the year? Is it to Edwards or Pereira?
It's Leon Edwards, because he was losing the fight bad before
I agree.
100%. That's a very clear one for me.
I agree. I think Leon Edwards. I think nothing's stopping that.
Regardless of what people's gonna say, they're gonna act like Izzy was winning that fight the whole time, just dogging him, and he wasn't. He was getting tagged.
I had a pretty clear 3-1 going into the 5th.
You're drunk. It was 2-2.
Nice jabs landed by Pereira. I think. Look, and now he almost goes a full 5 rounds. This is the best thing that could have happened for Pereira to win it in this fashion as well too, because now he gained that experience in case he has to fight someone like Whitaker or Vittorio. Who knows? Costa. Great performance. Any last thoughts, Trey? I know we're gonna have you Monday on the podcast. You must be on top of the world right now.
Of course I am. Yeah, here's my last thought. Send me my $10 you owe me. I told you what it was, baby. I'm the source. I'm the king. I'm the one who gets it done. And here I am back again, Mr. Intel.
Luckily, his mic is cutting out. And I think he hung up. Pray if you hear me out there. Hello. The post-fight press conferences, yeah, he did hang up. The post-fight press conferences take really long. And I think I got to go to bed because I got church tomorrow. But tomorrow, maybe we could watch a little bit of the post-fight press conference and finish that Arguello fight on Twitch. If you guys haven't already, follow on Twitch. We're starting to do a lot more content over there as well. Carson, but yes, to answer your question a little bit more descriptively, yeah, that Leon Edwards kick, he was losing that fight convincingly. I know he took the back of Usman, I think it was round 1, but he didn't do much with it. That 5th round knockout, when he was like, it looked like Usman was just cruising to a victory. At least Pereira landed some strong jabs. Leon really didn't get going at all. He didn't even get going at all against Usman as far as in the striking department. So to land that knockout, I got to give it to Leon pretty clearly. But we have 2 new champions this year in Edwards and Pereira, and I like it. I know I picked Adesanya to win, but I like it. I like that now we have new champions because Adesanya and Usman were both lapping the division. And now that's over with. I feel like we're starting all over again in a good way. Gonna have a heart attack next, says Deacon. Why is that, Deacon? He eats only sauce. I just checked. With the 8. I just won big time money and new champion, says Gregory. That's crazy. Congrats to you winning some money, Gregory. What a night. Alex will lose to other fighters due to him having no takedown defense. Izzy could have done the job if he continued to pursue the ground game. He should have maybe tried to really fight out of the clinch, body lock, takedowns. He got a little bit too complacent maybe towards the end there. And that was the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. Let's hope Adesanya takes some time off. Man, we both have Adesanya winning today, Beta. We were proven wrong. But I like it. I like it. I like that Pereira is a champion right now. We look at the champions of the UFC right now. Besides Volkanovski looks like nobody's going to beat him in the featherweight division as far as that title, right? That's why he's contemplating going up and fighting Islam Makhachev, and it looks like that's going to happen. Aljamain Sterling, beatable. Maybe Figueiredo's a tough one, but Aljamain Sterling, beatable. Islam Makhachev, maybe not beatable. But Leon Edwards is beatable. Now Pereira is potentially beatable. New champions, though. Fresh meat at the championship belt categories. Jiri Prochazka versus Glover Teixeira is going to happen again. The UFC is exciting. I hope Beneil gets a chance at the title soon because he deserves it, right? I mean, he really deserves a shot at the title. Francis Ngannou, I'm a little bit upset with how this division is going. I need to see Francis Ngannou fighting sometime soon. What a fight, ladies and gentlemen, tonight. What a day. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. #1 commentary channel on YouTube. What a day, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Pereira gets the job done, and who would have thought? Who would have thought that he would get the job done? But he does get the job done, ladies and gentlemen. Figgy is too heavy for his weight class. I think he's going to have to move up soon. He needs to work on his ground game. He could have been a little bit more dominant on the ground there. Hey, who do you got? Emmett versus Rodriguez for the interim fight. I like Yair Rodriguez a lot. I picked him against Ortega, but Josh Emmett is such a phenomenal fighter and durable. Gun to my head right now. Josh Emmett. Who was his last knockout? That's right, the Calvin Kattar. Well, it was split decision fight. Tough fight. I want to go Yair, but I think I have to go Josh Emmett. I might have to go Yair, though. That's February 11, 2023. Not that far from now. Let's wait a little bit, my dear friend. I don't see Predator holding the belt for long. Carson, in a funny way, me neither. Yeah, he has... I don't know, man, because he could improve. He just got the belt really early, and that could be to his detriment. You keep him away from Whitaker though. Who else in this division beats him? Cannonier? I don't think so. Derek Brunson could actually be quite a headache. But he's only going to get better with his takedown defense, with his grappling. And he has the power that, unlike Adesanya is very crafty, but doesn't have that one-punch knockout power. Pereira could hold the belt for a long time. He already beat Strickland. Hermanson could be somewhat dangerous, as crazy as that sounds. Hermanson looked really good in his last fight. Vettori doesn't beat Pereira. Yeah. He's just a big 185er, man. Like, if you think you're going to take Pereira down easily, he's a heavy guy at 185, tall. And you got to get in range. And you got to remember, he had a tough time landing, but that's against Adesanya. I don't think he's going to have that tough of a time to land against Cannonier, Vettori, maybe even Whitaker. If they're just striking, he's going to be able to land if Whitaker doesn't take it to the ground early. Brunson is a pretty easy target to hit as far as standing if he's not taking you down. Costa, I might have to slightly disagree with you. I got to be careful with that. I hope I didn't have that on for long. Dustin Poirier said good stoppage for sure. Teddy Atlas and Dustin Poirier speaking right now. And Brian Custer. Man, Teddy Atlas is up there in age and still putting in that work, man. Got to give him credit. His damn screen protector. What happened, Beta? Oh, you're typing. You said, if he can hurt Izzy, then he's not knocking out everyone but Marvin. Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, he might actually hold the title for a good time. Maybe Adesanya might be the best opponent to maybe take him down as far as beat him. Two Kings gone. We just waiting for John to make that official move. Listen, I pick John Jones versus anybody if he doesn't take too long to come back, which he already kind of is. I think Alex beats Derek. Yeah. Yep. That's what I'm saying. He might. What church you fellowship at on Sunday? I'll go to a Calvary Chapel, sir. Gregory. Out here. Sometimes I go to another place down Jersey. I don't know where we're going to tomorrow. I show love to all these churches out here, man. You know, Hamza is already called. I don't know if we're going tomorrow. That might be tough. Hamza is already calling out Pereira. Or Pereira. Says Beta. Hamza could be some trouble for Alex. That could be some trouble for Alex. I don't know how I didn't mention that. Superfight Pro versus Alex, says Lavithan 999. Listen, Alex impressed me today, man. Give me 1 second. Weathered the storm. He got caught with some big punches. He got wobbled at the end. And unfortunate for him, he got caught with a left hook after the bell in the first round. He was almost out of that. If there's 20 more seconds left in the round, very reminiscent of the second fight with Adesanya, where Adesanya hurt Alex Pereira early in the first or second round, and Alex was almost out of it, standing 8 count. The bell saves him. He comes back and he knocks out Adesanya. Very reminiscent of that second fight. Costa versus Alex will be a stand and bang war until somebody's head goes off, which Costa's head will go off. I think Alex wins that fight pretty easily, in my honest opinion. Carson, but I would like to see it. That'll be an entertaining one. The world is his oyster, or what do they say it? What do they say? The world's his oyster? Is that what they say? That might sound stupid, but I think that's the saying. But yes, I think right now for Pereira, any fight you make is kind of is a banger. It sells, and he's gonna become a fan favorite. My guess is he moves up early. He didn't exactly easily make weight, says Beta. Damn, Poirier won tonight too as well. They're showing the Chandler. Bro, Poirier was hurt, bro. Poirier was hurt. Poirier was hurt. Poirier, that's it seems like he's gonna lose that fight, right? Gets taken down. This is where Chandler made a grave mistake. But then he gets a knockout. Bang, 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 bang. Yeah. Or he gets the submission. Damn, man, Poirier is durable. You got to give him credit. He's just a really good boxer. Really good boxer. It's just styles make fights, and against that Dagestani style, he's just going to have a world of trouble. That left hook. The crazy thing is he didn't really land that left hook until he hurt Adesanya, but he threw that left hook a few times, Gregory. Wasn't able to hurt him. Or I'm sorry, Howard. Wasn't able to land even. That's why I'm like, man, Pereira is probably going to lose here. It's the 5th round. He hasn't landed that left hook once. Adesanya's kind of picking him apart, so to speak. And then he lands. It was a jab, straight right hand. I think it was like an overhand right sequence after that. Adesanya starts backing off. Pereira then starts... No, it was an uppercut. I think it was like a right uppercut that got through the guard of Adesanya. We'll have to rewatch it. Twitch. We'll watch it on Twitch. If you guys haven't followed on Twitch, guys, follow on Twitch. I think that's what happened to kind of like, you know, kind of close the book for Adesanya. Carson says, tell me if I'm wrong, but what Alex obviously needs to work on the most is his cardio and grappling. I agree with you. I'm just trying to see what I could nitpick a little bit. Absolutely. The cardio may be number one. But a lot of times, fighters that have this kind of knockout power, like this like heaven sent got knockout power, they always kind of struggle in the cardio department a little bit. It's just the way it is because of the fast twitch muscles, what they put behind their punches. His grappling was very suspect. If Whitaker gets on your back, it's over. He didn't really defend well the back when Adesanya was attacking it, and also a criticism towards Adesanya. I don't think he capitalized much being on Alex Pereira's back. He had the body lock, or almost had a body lock, had one hook in. He didn't really attack the choke much. Maybe that's criticism to Adesanya being so reliant on the kickboxing that even when he wasn't able to take Alex down, he couldn't really do much with it, and he had the opportunity to do so. So, for whatever that's worth. Did he come in that heavy? He looks massive, bro. He looks massive. Alex Pereira walked in UFC 281. What weight? I probably worded this question the worst. Let's see. Trying to find out. Wow. This was back in 2022. Alex Pereira weighs 232 ahead of Israel Adesanya trilogy fight. Oh no, that's him walking around. He probably blew up to something near that. Jesus. If anybody has a link to what he blows up to, I got to do that Mills Lane thing, by the way, too, Beta. Wow. Good night, God bless, and great show, DC. Yo, good night, God bless, and thank you, Deacon. Much love, man. Thank you for always showing love. Thank you for being a DC Fight Club member, man. Really helps the channel out immensely. We're going to keep trying to grow. Can you show a quick clipping knockout win of the Pereira fight? Mr. Gonzalez, Ardanis. Adesanya did not look the same as other fights. I mean, he looked good until the very end, in my opinion, Ardanis. I think he just got caught. Maybe he should have been trying to fight out of the clinch more at the end, but he looked pretty sharp. It's just, I don't think he looked as dominant on the striking department because, like, he doesn't have that crazy reach advantage that he usually has. He weighed upwards of 215, 220. There you go, Showbiz Wiz. So you were right, Beta. Came in heavy. I was out that I didn't get to see what he weighed in as, or I didn't get to hear much. But he was heavy. He was heavy. I try to have the commentating so low because I don't want to be influenced by them or whatever. Like, I want to hear them like in the background. But yes, that's crazy. And new. Did somebody post the scorecards? Guys. Oh, gotta be careful there. They had it 39-37, 39-37, 39-37. Wow. 3 rounds to 1. Like, we had it, guys. That's exactly how we had it. 3 rounds to 1 going into the 5th. Pereira had to win in that fashion. Wow. Pereira needed the KO and he got it. What a performance. He had it 3-1 going into the 5th. What a fight. Did Frankie retire? That was his retirement fight. And yes, he's done. He's had just way too much wear and tear. It's pretty easy because you're so drained to get to 185 that naturally, especially if he walks in at 230, 220 something, bro, I'm small. I got to be careful with putting this on the screen, man. I'm small. I'm really not trying to get copyright struck, and I have been too many times. And I would compete at like 138 or 151. But anyways, when I would go down to 138, if it was day before weigh-ins, it could easily be back at like 147, 148, 150 in a day because you drain yourself so much. Once you eat and put some weight on, drink some water, that weight just comes back easily, like so quickly. And he's just a freak of nature body-wise too. And remember, these guys are weight cutting like in an ungodly way, so unhealthy. Maybe the way that they're doing it, Beta. They're draining themselves so much that your body is just dying for water and for food. Did Frankie retire? Not even light heavyweight in light heavyweight fight day weight. Crazy, bro. That's what he looked. Watching the fight, he looked massive. He looked completely massive against Adesanya, and I think they're the same height versus Alex Pereira, and I even think Adesanya has the reach advantage, but he looks so much bigger. I don't think we're gonna be able to see here. We're gonna have to go to actual where would they have it? I can't get the tail of the tape anywhere online. Here we go. They're both 6'4". Adesanya, as far as on here, has a 2-inch reach advantage. And Pereira just looks way bigger than him. Way bigger than him. Crazy, bro. Crazy. But, excuse me, guys. What a night. Izzy was extremely hurt, though. Definitely was extremely hurt. Twitch tomorrow, guys. If you guys have a Twitch, go follow over there. Go follow the Instagram. Go follow the Twitter. One more time, the Twitch. Go follow the Twitch, guys, because we're going to start putting a lot more content over there, and we're going to start having a lot of fun. No, that's the tail of the tape what I showed, but from what people are reporting in here, so they had to. That's just the tail of the tape, like the whole 185. But they walked in that ring. Supposedly, Alex Pereira did at like 222 or something like that, 220 to 222. Gregory, because Pereira is a small heavyweight. He just cuts down to that weight, and I don't know how much longer he could do it. But man, do you have anybody beating him right now, Beta? If you had to pick, I know people are going to sleep right now and stuff, so it just feels good to lay back a little bit and just talk and relax. The post-fight press conference. Did it already start? Did already start. It did already start. If we watch that live on Twitch, we'll get we'll get banned, right?
Guys like Robert Whitaker, who was 4-2 against Adesanya.
Damn, I kind of want to try it on Twitch.
It always does. Yeah, it definitely does.
What if it's just audio? What do you
listen?
Risk it for a little bit, Beta, or not worth it?
It is what it is.
Then it says if Izzy won is a great thing, if Pereira won is a great thing. Come on. You know you're ecstatic that Pereira won. Come on. Hell no. Costa will come closer just because of the brawl, the brawling style of him. I don't think we risk it. I think we come back tomorrow and have some fun. But he annihilates everyone except Hamza might have a good chance just because of that wrestling is so, like, he doesn't stop. That forward pressure. I agree. And he's pretty big. How tall is Hamza? Hamza Chimaev height. Yeah, Chimaev is 6'2". He's up there. You have to come back to that one later. Let's do that. Let's maybe talk about that a little bit tomorrow, as well as the maybe finish that Arguello fight if you have time. I don't know what time is good for you tomorrow, Beta. Let me know. You can let me know on Discord or Instagram. I think I could do anything around like 2 p.m., maybe 3 p.m., something like that might be really good for me. Eastern time, which is like 1 or 2 p.m. for you. I don't know if that's good for you, but if not, then we could do some other time. We'll talk. Alberto, welcome to the stream. Anyways, guys, I'm getting out of here. What a night. I didn't see the fight. You missed a bunch of crazy outcomes. Guys, thank you for all the new subs as well, too. Crazy night. Crazy night. What a night, ladies and gentlemen. And Poirier gets it done, too. Great show today, bro. I give Pereira full credit. Amazing resilience. Agreed, man. Agreed, Cole. I still Whitaker to take him down. Yeah, I think Whitaker could potentially get the job done. I agree, Cole. It could really go either way on that one. Maybe Whitaker puts up a better fight against Pereira than Adesanya was able to do today. Even though Adesanya was winning 3 rounds to 1, but that chin, man. When Alex connects, he just hurts everybody. Pereira's breathing panics when he hits the mats. Hamzat, yeah, bro. Hamzat gets one hook in, he's gonna choke you out. With that much time left on the clock, Hamzat gets that submission, and that's what worries me about Pereira a little bit. Beta, who won? Adesanya loses. He was up 3 rounds to 1 on all 3 scorecards. Loses in the 5th round by TKO. Dustin Poirier gets a 3rd round submission win. Zhang Weili gets a 2nd round submission win. Good night, sir. Take care. Peace and love. Cole, thank you, man, for always showing love. I appreciate you, man, a lot. Just message me when you're free, and we'll go from there. Sounds good. Sounds good, Beta. I'm going to get out of here, guys. Much love. God bless. Good night. Super fun stream tonight, man. I had a blast. A lot of fun. We'll be back. Soon. Monday, we'll be doing a live show. Thursdays, Twitch streams. Tomorrow, most likely a Twitch stream if all goes well, which I think it will. So, guys, stay tuned. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. What a night. What a night. All the donations was just absolutely crazy, guys. Thank you. Means the world. I'm out of here. God bless. Good night. Peace.
I'm the best ever. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me.
Yo, bounce guy, go off.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
Wilder's in a world of trouble, closing seconds. Can he weather the storm here in the 3rd round?
And the ball to superlative.
A fight.
Khabib Nurmagomedov gets a triangle choke from up top. Gaethje's out, and the fight is over. The triangle choke for Khabib Nurmagomedov.
And Porter gets knocked down. He gets knocked down again. 10th round TKO win. Left uppercut, and then next out Leo. It appears he's out cold. The fight is over. It was a counter left uppercut. And just like that, what a left uppercut. I did not see that coming, ladies and gentlemen. I will have to admit, what a fight.
Nice celebration or a 3K video. I don't know, man. To hit 3,000 subscribers and like
right hook to the body for Campbell.
Left hook to the body for Garcia. And that knocked down Campbell. It was a left hook to the body. Campbell on the ground. The count is on. Can he make his way up? It appears he can't get up. Campbell on the ground. Trying to stand up. And the fight is over. Ryan Garcia with a 7th round knockdown. What a performance. Guys, if you haven't, hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers. Do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up. We're trying to do record numbers today. Ryan Garcia tearing up and crying. What a performance for Ryan Garcia.